What's the deal with
Hello, world.
Hey, Alex, put your microphone right up to your mouth.
All right. Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, it's better.
Yes.
All right, I'll be ready in just a minute.
Quote.
We're gonna buy a yacht.
No, I have a yacht. That's my yacht, Tom.
Really?
Yeah, I'm having it shipped over.
What,
So I'm thinking
SS?
if we can get the yacht, then after we do our New York incursion, maybe that's the, we can jump on it and take off. We just need to find a good pilot.
Is that thing, you can't go across the pond with that, can you? Will that make it all the way across?
No, you can't.
Okay.
No, can't do that, but it's got 4 12-cylinder Liberty engines, man. That thing fucking shred.
Okay.
And all the waterways around New York.
It's legit, man.
Yo, Dad, you're kind of robot-y.
Yeah, no, I'm getting a little bit of that. Let me restart everything.
We should contact Stuart Devlin, man, the riverboat pilot from Bendal Daloom.
Yeah, what is he gonna do for us?
He can pilot that yacht of Jacobs.
Ah, not a bad idea. I was thinking we could also contact. We could finally get into contact with our friend and our dreamer friend in England. See if he knows anything about the Silver Twilight.
Good point.
So the dog should be trained to sick him, but you say it in a foreign language.
Right.
That dog only listens to us.
We train him in Greek,
Specifically me.
not Greek. We train him in
Atlantean.
German, like completely. Yeah, we train him in Atlantean. Lothar. I like it. I like it.
That was one of the options. I think that was what Eusephus was learning before those bullets.
Yeah.
So we all
lose
wrote
out on
wills.
some languages, I guess.
Are we all writing wills and leaving each other as beneficiaries?
Well, I wrote I mean, if I have a will, it's probably dedicated to my wife.
Yeah.
Or wait. Oh, wait. No, I'm thinking about your Casey.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure the vast crown and shield fortune goes to fighting evil in the future,
Yeah.
Yeah, the Red Dawn moment, Lee. Avenge me!
Oh,
Avenge me!
Yeah, dude.
Exactly.
You got that right. It's right there in the will.
We hear you.
It's a requirement. You don't get the Montana estate and the French Riviera home and all the bank accounts and all the money just by, you have to go spill some blood.
Shoot, I can't remember the name of that disorder that I had. What was the name of that?
Amen Mania?
Mental disorder where you think you're God.
Hyper-religiosity. Demophobia.
No, it wasn't demophobia.
For Edgar?
No, I'm not Edgar. I'm
Oh no, I mean the institutionalized thing for
Yeah.
Edgar. I thought you were
no,
talking
no.
sorry.
Remember,
Yeah, you
Hale
lost some
believes
points
he's
last
God.
Oh, that reminds me. That's what I was going to ask. Do we gain any sanity back because we saved Lee from the clutches of that dark thing and
Yeah.
actually blew a chunk out of it?
Well, and I
Yeah,
think
there is actually some
Pumpkin, saving Pumpkin,
Yeah, we didn't get any sanity back, so I don't know.
I think Sean posted that in Discord.
What do you say? No.
I got it. No, he did actually. He gave some points back. I've got a. There's a lot. There was a lot of work done on Discord this afternoon, which is cool, but it's making it harder to find little topics like your sanity improvements.
Cool. Good.
I think it's in there though. We might, if I can't locate it, we might just have to ask him.
Actually, no, I'm looking at my character now. It looks like it did go back up a little, like 3 points or something.
Oh, did he take care of it for you?
I think so. My sanity is back up to in the 50s. Yeah, it's at 52. It's like at 49, or no, it's like at 47, I think, at the end of the last game. So, yeah, he did go up. Okay, good. Cool. Feeling better.
Hey, Dad, you in yet? No? Alright, cool. Figure it out, though. Because when we looked it up, I looked it up later, after last game. It not only says that you think you are God, but it says that you have an impulse to found a new religious order. So, what I was thinking is, maybe I could twist that, right? Maybe I don't necessarily think I am God, but I think I am the reincarnation of one of these God kings in the Necronomicon. And I
Edgar,
I want to found the new, like I want to bring in the old ways of worshipping the old gods. Because if you remember,
what are you talking about? Edgar's? You're talking about Edgar's insanity?
No, I'm talking about Hale's insanity. Because remember, I read the Necronomicon and I went insane last session.
Temporarily, yeah. You'll get over it.
But what was the name of that disorder? Do you remember?
It wasn't demophobia?
It wasn't demophobia because it was. I'm not afraid of them. I'm not afraid of gods.
I'll look it up here. But
Daemania?
you are
Daemania? I don't know.
So have you guys heard the big news?
No.
Did you? Did you?
Nope.
Oh, hold on. Let me turn my camera
No.
on. No.
The big news is we're waiting for the big news.
You got a facial tattoo.
Well, there's a couple things actually. Spark on those country roads, driving around, running these errands and shit. See a sign. So, and you see out in this front yard this nice German Shepherd, you know. So you go and talk to this lady about this German Shepherd because Jake has been talking about getting this dog, you know. Said we need to get a dog, and his name is Prince. He's 6 years old, fully trained, and it's a nice dog for $20. Purebred. So you're like, well, what the hell? I missed his birthday. And you get Jacob. He shows up at in the hospital room with Prince.
Nice.
Before I take him to the hospital, I have him fully groomed.
Of course. Yeah, it's a beautiful dog.
Awesome.
And I've got his stats out there too. It's especially good at hanging his head out.
I greet the dog.
No sanity for the dog?
Yeah, man.
He's friendly. He obeys commands. You know. He's a beggar though. He's a beggar dog. Secondly, later when you get the dog, you get a one of the runners from the telegraph office comes in. He's a kind of a kid, teenager. He says, "Mr. Crownshield, I have a telegram for you." And it's a telegram from the break. And it says, "Dear Mr. Crownshield, we regret to inform you that your friend Edgar Casey escaped from our facility on Tuesday, July 1st. His whereabouts remain unknown."
Uh-oh. That's not good. What about my daughter?
You died. So you contact Brattleboro, you know, by telephone later that evening, and your daughter is just fine.
Making any progress?
They say, huh?
Oh, okay. Making any progress, but that you answer that as well as can be. So, okay.
Yeah. It'll be a while.
Edgar.
Yeah, so Edgar is on the loose somewhere. They tell you on the phone that evening
Well, I
too.
don't
that, you
know.
they-
He's
they
a wild
got-
card now, isn't he?
Law enforcement is out looking for him, you know, and all this stuff. So anyway, back to you guys. What's your plan?
All right, so yeah, Lee and I we
Well,
were just discussing all sorts of interesting things that we could potentially do. You know, it just so happens that Hale Dalaran has a collection of antique rifles. Now, the beauty of these antique rifles is I have an air rifle, and air rifles are the 1920s. They are the predecessor to the modern dart gun. Where before I was thinking, well, I guess the air rifle's cool because it has no flash and makes no sound. I was not considering the possibility of darts until Lee suggested that we stick some poison darts in that air rifle and just, you know, go, you know, full guerrilla warfare, just snipe him on the street, man. Just head on up to New York, try and get...
Like an assassination style.
Yeah, assassinate this guy on the street with a silent, flashless, easy peasy dart gun. And then if that fails, we can always have a drive-by with the Tommy, you know?
I think we're missing audio from you, Lee. Unfortunately. Mouth moving, but no talkie.
Yeah, we can't hear you, Lee.
Yeah.
Here, let me try something. Don't do anything.
Oh, he's reloading, I can tell, because he's
I
stuttering.
can reset this whole chat program. Hello.
All right.
All right, so air rifle assassination is what I was hearing in the street.
Yeah, well, see, I don't think
Well, I think,
anything would be wrong with that. Well, you know, tactically, anyways.
There is the law too. You have to be careful of.
Well, you know, we were all
Well, I think
we were
that,
also discussing the possibility of getting some gangsters for protection.
Yeah, you know some gangsters.
I presume I know some gangsters.
I know a bunch from high school.
Yeah, you know a bunch of bootleggers who are connected with the gangsters. Yeah, some of them are probably gangsters.
Like, yeah. Because we have the
I think
New
we
York
discussed
mob.
that's like the ambassador's main vice is alcohol, right? I mean, that's his thing.
Yeah.
Well, I think
mean, that's he's a supplier.
Yeah. What are you going to do about these guys, too? You have to keep in mind these guys trying to track down Yusuf Braun as well. They may catch up to you guys at some point.
We'll deal with that.
Well, I think that does lend itself to now for sure.
Yeah, I think
the house that we rent has got to be in Sparky's name because if they're looking around
I think
for you, ambassador.
well, I think the first step is to
Lee.
Just cutting out. I have
Lots of kung fu mouth movements with no sound.
right. So I think it's to did I?
No, it's really like a kung fu movie because there's like a.
We could try Discord if all else fails.
Hold on, we'll see.
I think everybody but him seems to be fine.
How's that?
Reloading. That's
Yeah, we can
better.
hear you. Yeah, we can hear you.
Is that better?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Try a
better.
different page here.
Okay.
Cool.
Let's go.
Yeah. So I think the first step is to bug out of where we're at, right?
Yeah,
We need to get out of this hospital and get new cars and go to New York and get the house rented by Sparky.
Yeah.
That's if we need to get out of here.
But
right?
I think it would be better not to.
Is
rent
that
a
is that
house.
agreed?
I
Yeah,
think
you've
it
been
would
Yes.
for
be.
about a week now.
Yeah.
I think it would be better to
let's
go.
load everything up.
I think it would be better to do either hotels or apartments. You know, something that we can quickly get in and get out of. We should be switching almost. I mean, we should be switching like at least once weekly. We don't want to leave much of a paper trail, but we also don't want to make it easy to physically locate us. If one of these guys gets eyes on us, they'll know where we are generally, and they'll start looking around. And if they find out that we have a permanent or semi-permanent residence somewhere, that's where they're going to torch first.
Yeah, but if we go to a hotel, aren't we more visible by a lot more people? Whereas if we get rent some house somewhere, no one's going to see us.
Yeah, and
I
we can
think-
bring
I
whatever
think
we
we-
want in and out of the house too.
Right, but I think we can achieve both goals. We can basically we can rent a house. We have enough money for a week or even 2 weeks, and then move to another house.
Right.
Yeah, I like that.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, that's totally within our ability. So,
Yeah.
but I think the first thing we need to do is get our stuff together, switch out our cars, and drive to New York and get Sparky to get an unassuming little house and set up there. And then we can go recon this meeting is going to occur. Sit out there and watch how many cops come by. How's the street set up? What kind of building is it? Right?
Right. We
Sure.
could also contact this. We could also contact David Lee. He probably has information just generally about the movements of this of Stanford. We could probably figure out, how early he comes, where he stays.
Yeah,
maybe
he's-
I'm sure they have.
He's requested to meet you as well, Jacob.
Right.
Say
So
that again.
let's do.
In his letter, he requested that you meet him. He wants to show you something. Actually.
Yeah. So let's
Mm.
Oh.
pack up. Sean, have I been in the hospital long enough to gain some more hit points, or is that already on my character sheet?
Already did it.
Okay, cool. All right, sweet. So
Yeah. Jacob got back 5, I think. Or wait.
okay, cool.
Oh, no. Here's what I put. I put Jacob and the doctor are awarded 2d4 sanity points each for 1, rescuing Pumpkin, 2, stealing Carl Stanford's magic boxes. Jacob gains 2 sanity. Dr. Van Helsing gained 5 sanity. Maybe I didn't do your hit points. Going back to make sure here. Guess not.
Man,
Well, I know why I didn't, because Dr. Van Helsing has to make a medicine roll. Dr. Van
well.
Helsing, take it away.
Oh, you betcha. Come here.
Cool.
Quick tip, you can shift, double click your token to open your character sheet.
Medicine.
by the way, Lee, when we do finally start taking shots, I only have a 50 in rifle. I think you have a 60.
What'd I get?
Yeah, or
30.
70.
Made it.
All right, check it.
Cool. Done.
And so, Jacob, you're going to get 1 D3 from normal healing and then another D3 for medical treatment. So roll 2 D3. See how many hit points you get back.
Okay. How do I do that again? The 2d3?
Slash
Yeah,
R.
You can use the
2D3.
D3 macro button at the bottom left unless you haven't turned it on. There should be a D3.
Actually,
going in.
there's the tutorial piece
I
right
gotcha,
up
yeah.
there. It says, you see
Can
where
you
it
say
says
it's
second bullet
2d?
point?
Yeah,
2d3,
it's 2d3. Is that right?
Roll good.
Nice.
Bam, 5.
That looks kind of funny. Rolling D3, you rolled a 5.
What'd you get? I don't even see it.
He
It's
got a
in the,
5. He got a 2 and a 3.
Okay, so I'm
Yeah.
fully
You hover
I'm
over
fully
the number
healed.
column, you'll see what he rolled.
Really? Wow.
I'm fully healed. Yeah, I'm up to 14.
Nice.
See, I had you at 6 before. I think.
Okay, so okay, so 6 plus
Should
5,
be at
that's 11.
11.
All right. Okay. I thought it was at 9.
Now, Sean, did we gain any sanity
Alright.
back for saving Lee from the clutches of that creepy crawly and blowing a chunk out of him with a shotgun?
Not quite.
Noticing that these things can be killed? No? Okay.
Yeah. You guys were the hunted at that time. You should go out and maybe go do some hunting. Maybe that's a good way to get some sanity back. You'll have another opportunity here, maybe at the end of the session.
During the study of
All right, so are we in agreement?
Oh,
Yeah, rent the house.
Oh,
we should.
Leads to 11, not your hit points. There
Yeah,
we go.
we okay. So the idea then is to rent a house for about a week, then find another house. We can have the house guarded by the dog. We'll be keeping the safe there. We should probably find somebody to watch over that property as well, which is why we were thinking about getting gangsters involved, but even then it's kind of an iffy situation on that front. We can't really leave anybody behind, I don't think, except for maybe.
I don't.
Well, think of it. Think of it this way.
Mobster idea. And did you say, Alex? Did you say? I was like, I'm not a fan of the mobster idea. Those guys will turn on you fast. And then, Alex? Did you say safe? The dog's going to guard the safe. I just thought we had that stuff loose.
No. Here's the deal. So we switch out the cars. We pack up our stuff. We go to New York. Sparky rents the house, right?
Right.
We get a small portable safe, a nice metal safe. We throw the shit in it. Someone's got to stay with the stuff and the dog. Probably me, at least initially, because they recognize me anyways, right?
And
the people that are going to go out and do the recon
shot.
initially would. Right, so it'd be Van Helsing and me staying back and guarding the stuff, and you guys would have to go out and do the recon.
Mm-hmm.
Check out the meeting place, see what was going on, see, what the building looks like. Yeah,
well, we
come
can just
back, let us know, and then we can formulate our plan. Oh yeah, David Lee
for one of these sessions, and yeah. At the same time, we meet with David Lee, see what's up there. Actually, before we go to the motivate your employees and inspire yourself, we should meet with David Lee since he's already been infected by whatever is going on with those meetings.
We absolutely should.
Right. You can make that real quick, actually. You guys are
and we're not gonna
we should also consider how are we planning to use the Necronomicon. I think we obviously have to kind of pick. We're going to have to pick and choose the spells, maybe 1 or 2 at a time. Lee brought up a great point that maybe we all should not be studying it at the same time, because then that just risks everybody at once going insane, which would be very bad. But at the same time, if we only have one person with all of the spell knowledge and that person goes down or goes insane, we lose months and months of study. So it's kind of a catch-22 that we have to... I think that we should discuss who's going to be the...
Well, right now I have that the 3 gentlemen have skimmed it and that the 3 gentlemen are reading it now.
Yes.
As of now.
So I was telling Sean and Lee earlier, what Sparky wants to focus on is the defensive stuff. So if he can learn the Elder Sign, he's interested in that. The Powder of Ibn-Ghazi. I mean, those 2 things would be his top priority, and not like the Dominate or Bind or Summon, Tree Beasts or the Horned Man or whatever else.
I think the most interesting spells to us right now, just kind of on a quick, this should be the primary source of our focus.
How about a year from now, because it's going to take you over a year to read it?
All of it?
Yeah.
I mean, do we have to read all of it before we can even do spells?
It's 68 weeks, right, John?
Oh, well, never mind then. It doesn't matter. We have to read it.
Yeah.
We can't just like. Okay, gotcha.
So we can't have a big paperweight around.
Yes, I'm reading it. Yes.
All right. I guess us 3 will read it, and then we'll leave Jacob out of the Insane Club.
No. Wait,
So
the
Spark,
other-
you have no trouble contacting a realtor
Yeah.
in Man and securing a home for rent. The price is exorbitant.
Perfect.
It's supposed to be a pretty nice place.
Okay.
Edgar
The
Casey
other
being
issue, gentlemen-
escaped isn't so much of an issue, I don't think. We have a pretty good idea what he's going to do. I mean, he's probably going to go out in a fury of vengeance to get him some cultists killed. But he's probably going to die in the process. So
Does he know of David Lee and these letters, or he went? We dropped him off
I don't
before
think
he
he
ever
knows
got.
about David Lee, but he certainly knows about the New York connection.
Okay.
Yes, he does.
Okay.
So I don't know what he's going to do. He's probably going to show
Then he
up.
knows about the silver. Yeah, dude. He knows about the Silver Twilight. He
Which
knows
means
about the
those,
lodge in Boston. He knows about all that stuff.
which means
So-
the Silver Twilight's going to follow him right to us because he's going to find
Well,
us.
here's what we should do with him. So, I mean, who knows how connected he is with these guys? Like, one of us, either Hale or Sparky, should turn up at wherever he is and take him without giving him direct.
I'm going to get some coffee, but I'm going to throw another wrench into.
How would he find us, Tom?
Here's the wrench I'm going to throw, and chew on this, Tom. Van Helsing, you realize you've been away for, 6 days at least, and you feel like maybe now would be a good time to call your office, because they're probably wondering where you are, and the bodies are probably stacking up in the morgue right now. Your assistant is not very good, and you get a little worried about, like, you almost forgot, like, you have business to take care of in Boston, so you need to figure out what you're going to do about that.
Okay.
Oh, and
Surely
I don't know
you
if
have a bunch
guys
of
can hear me. I think I just
vacation
had to
time accrued
Well, I did
time.
have to reload the page, but I was saying
Family
is
emergency.
somebody should go collect David Lee. We shouldn't be
Call
giving
in
him
the
our
county
address
coroner.
or
Deal with
anything across the phone.
No, absolutely not. I was talking about Edgar Casey. We can go find David Lee. We already have his address.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was going? I missed a little bit because my
Edgar Cayce
couldn't hear you guys. I had
He's
to
in the
reload.
wind, man. He's going to do whatever he really wants.
What was going on with Edgar? I know he's on the
we were
loose.
just-
I hope he puts a hurting on him. I hope Edgar puts a hurting on him, man. I hope he walks in the front door with a can of gasoline and 5 sticks of
Shit.
dynamite.
Yeah, I was just
I know.
proposing that we don't do anything at all about Edgar. That we just let
Yeah,
him
I
do
mean-
what he's doing.
He's either been
He's kinda
taken
like a
by the
wild card. It's
chuds
kinda
and
cool
we'll
to have
see
him
him
out there.
again when he starts pressing guns against people's heads, or he's harmlessly naked in the forest frolicking and trying to figure himself out.
Yes, commanding the trees.
Right. I'm the god of the trees.
And and one more thing, guys. What about the box? Are we going to try to make a box?
We should probably hold off on doing that until after this whole New York affair. I think mostly because of the. I don't know.
It actually would take, I mean, if
Do we want
It
to
looks
take
like
the
it would take a
sanity
lot.
hit? Is the
Yeah.
question.
if you look at the calculations, and again, I threw this up on Discord.
Yeah, I saw that. It was like 22
If you-
sanity or something.
If you take 22 cents.
That
To
math
make a
is right,
size
by the way.
12 box. And a size 12 box is basically the size of a coffin for me. So,
And it also takes a really long time to craft. So
Okay.
I
All
mean,
right.
we should.
That was a
I
good
mean,
escape
not only
route.
that, but we just have nowhere to put the box right now. So we'd probably, like I said, I think we should probably consider
Well-
that once we finish up this New York affair. See if we have to leave the country.
But I was thinking, like, if we had a box, like, stuck it up somewhere in Flint, Michigan, and again, I'm just throwing this out there, and had a box there, and then the other box we took with us, and even if we took it on the boat, if something happened, we were sinking or something, we could escape.
oh yeah, that would be ideal.
Yeah.
We should work towards making one, but there's not enough time to make one.
All right. New York it is.
I mean, I even just like thought about like just taking over where Scott and these guys are sucking all the magic points off of the meeting instead of like disbanding that, like killing him and then taking over the meeting so we could use their magic sucking abilities.
Jesus Christ, no!
The box.
That's
Now we're
stooping to their level.
yeah.
Whatever, man. They were there. We're gonna give them some future things, and we'll disband. But we got to make these boxes.
They're killing them.
Got to break some eggs.
Pretense of good business.
So, Sean, I do find time before we go to New York to call my office and find out what's going on, how things are.
Yeah, they're in an uproar. They're like, the administrator's been trying to contact you, and things are stacking up. All this paperwork. What are we supposed to do, Doctor? Tell us what to do.
Do your jobs and get it done. I have a family emergency.
Of, Dr. Van Helsing really quick so we can give the staff.
As I yell through the phone, do your job. Yeah, there you go.
Do your job.
Do your job. I have a family emergency with my daughter. I'm taking some time. Get it done.
Listen, Doctor laughed very well. He says, please come back as soon as that you're taking a short sabbatical.
Yes.
Okay.
Some might say it was long overdue.
Yes. Oh, also, you guys are able to work out a deal. Sparky again with his charm. He's able to get a deal with the Packard, selling Jacob's Packard limo, Packard Twin Six. But the best you can find out here in the boondocks, you're able to set up a trade with an old hillbilly for a pickup truck. It's not really a fair trade, but it's the best you can do.
Wow.
Packard for a pickup.
For a Ford
I feel like there's a farmer's daughter joke in there somewhere, but
could, yeah. Go for it.
All right, well, we're definitely incognito.
Do it, man. We can't be seen in this. Do it. It's perfect.
Done.
We can't
It's done.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
I thought that was so obvious. I mean, I thought you were asking me to do the farmer's daughter joke.
Do it, man. Just go ahead. Farmer's daughter joke. Here we go.
I don't have one on hand. I'll have to think one up here.
How are we all going to fit in this pickup?
It's a
Lay
pickup.
flat with Prince, man.
What?
Lay flat with Prince.
You could cover over the back. There's a covering for the back of it. For the bed.
All right.
Yeah,
So
we're
you
we'll
gonna
get the back.
with the
Okay.
machete
All right.
set.
A tarp over you.
All right. So the next morning, around lunchtime the next day, you guys arrive in New York.
Yeah, you can put a tarp.
What day is it now?
We need a flatbed with all our crap.
Oh yeah. It's Sunday, July 6th.
Okay. So he's meeting tomorrow. The meeting begins tomorrow, so we're gonna have to do a lot of stuff today. I again suggest that we get a call up to the Dreamer up in London. See if he happens to know anything interesting. Maybe get him scouting around. Get back to us with regular correspondence regarding the Silver Twilight Lodge. He seemed like a curious enough fellow who was interested in the occult, so I'm sure that he'll be up for this job, and if not, we can always pay him. So, yeah, we should get that on the roll so that we have a contact in London should we have to suddenly head off to Europe.
Dang.
And then we should probably get on board with talking to this David Lee fellow and seeing what he knows, and maybe trying to convince Endeavor to go back.
Okay. You get to the house. You drive out into Manhattan, and you're in New York City. The house is just kind of on a side street. It's a 2-story building with houses directly adjacent to it. There's really no space between these houses, but it's a 2-story brick, pretty nice looking. Fairly new. Has a basement. So the next door, I think somebody had mentioned getting a safe.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm keeping track of the cost of all this. One of these days it's going to be like, oh, you want to do that? Oh, I'm sorry, but you don't have any money left in the bank. You're going to have to sell off some of your shit, or no? Jacob especially is doing quite well. Alex, just give me a luck roll
Luck roll. Okay.
for the ambassador.
I'm curious. What kind of military bases are there here in New York?
Very what?
Military bases. I succeed.
Well, it looks lucky.
You find a listing for Andrew Trelane in London, and you do just a little precursory research down to the local library, and you find out that he is actually an author. He writes fiction.
I immediately get as
standard.
many of his books as I can.
Looks like standard adventure story fare.
Can you give me just a couple example titles?
Can you?
Dreams in the Witch House.
Yes.
The Life and Times of a Dream Adventurer.
The Lurker on the Threshold.
The Lurker on the Threshold.
Yeah, that kind
Oh,
of
did
stuff.
we lose both
Man,
Lee and
you know.
Kyle? We did. We lost both Lee and Kyle.
Uh-oh. What happened? Maybe it's up.
I don't know.
Lee?
Yes.
Okay, you
Okay,
disappeared at the same time that Kyle did.
Gotcha.
Kyle's gone. I don't know where he went.
Okay. Let me check here.
Uh-oh.
He had to reboot his machine.
Okay, gotcha.
Jacob, upon arrival in New York, you have to make a large withdrawal at the local branch. How much cash you want to get out? You're getting low on cash.
You know, I'll go ahead and take out 10 grand.
All right, you spend one of that on a safe. You've got 9 grand cash.
Yep.
You buy the biggest and best safe you can find and have it delivered.
Yep.
And in goes everything to the safe.
You got it. Yep.
So,
With the shield mounted on top of the safe door.
Yeah, except for the Necronomicon, which, you know, Van Helsing has clutched to his breast at all times.
so
All right,
what
guys.
kind of-
Sorry, I was down for a minute there. What I missed?
The Necronomicon goes into the safe too, actually.
Jacob withdrew some cash. He's got 10 grand. He spent $1 grand on a safe, the biggest and best safe he could find. Everything goes into the safe, including the Necronomicon. The ambassador was able to find a listing for an Andrew Trelane in London and found out that he is actually an author of adventure stories and such.
Oh,
I bet.
Fiction author, yes.
I'm going to. So, can I have like a PO box? Is that a type of thing that that exists?
Yes, you can get a P.O. box.
Okay. I'm going
The New
to
York
write.
Post.
I'm going to write a letter to this guy with the New York PO box. Asking about, or I guess I'll just introduce myself as a friend to Jacob Crownenshield and the other various people from the
others.
Yes, the others from a peculiar dream voyage that he once went on. And ask about, how he is, and ask if he would like to establish any sort of communication.
Correspondence. Gotcha.
We have very interesting information for the interested individuals.
All right, we'll see how that goes.
And I send that letter. I'm also curious, what kind of military contacts do I have here, if any, and are there any military bases here in New York that I might be able to visit?
Probably some contacts, maybe in the State Department,
Okay.
something like that. So,
All right, so
you guys are able to meet with David Lee,
Cool.
Jacob's
Okay.
banker.
Perfect. I'm
comes
very
over.
interested.
And yeah, and he really doesn't have any more information than what he gave you guys in his letter. You know, he tells you about this Look to the Future organization. It's rather strange. The headachy feeling he gets from the meeting, but he's excited about this stuff that they sell that they say is from the future. He brings along with him in this box. It's like a wicker box. Out of it, he shows you what he bought from Look to the Future. It is the frying pan made of very shiny, silvery-looking metal. It's like a metal you've never seen before. And the inside, the cooking side of the frying pan, is this black, slippery material.
Don't scratch it.
Handle, it's stamped into the metal on its handle. It says, "Made in China." And he's amazed by it. He says, "You won't believe what this thing can do." Let me show you, Jacob. Where's your kitchen? He wants to demonstrate it to you.
sure, right over here. While he's getting all excited about demonstrating this particular piece of cutlery,
Yeah.
I say, could you describe the meetings a little more, like where these meetings occur, how you enter the building, what kind of building is it?
What's around the building itself?
Could you sketch out like the street and maybe where some the building and buildings around it, and kind of give us a...
He says, in all honesty, Jacob, the building, the meeting hall itself resembles what I would say is a fortified bunker. It's made out of solid steel reinforced concrete. And the corners of the building are rounded. It's a rather odd looking building. He says it's a public building. He says that the front door is a large arch with no door. There are no windows in the place. Sitting about 50 yards behind the meeting hall is an annex, or a sort of barracks type building. It's an old barracks building that I have seen some of the speakers and some of the parts of the people in the organization going back to. So I think some of them live back there or stay back there in that annex building behind the meeting hall.
I wonder if we should go research this building.
And when Stanford and Mr. Black come to these meetings, do they arrive, or are they already there? What's the are they coming by car? Do you know any of that?
Yeah, he says the weekly meetings are usually hosted by Mr. Slim or a Mr. Stanford. Usually Mr. Stanford hosts the morning meetings. And they're early in the morning, usually before a lot of these men go to work, and there's a lot of chatter. They have donuts and coffee, and usually they'll have a couple of short motivational speeches given by members of the business community.
And is Stanford, or do they lead the meetings? They're at the front of the meeting. They're sitting in it. Is that the deal?
Yeah, he says at the end of the hall there's a stage and a podium. There's this stone, kind of strange-looking stone podium.
How many people come to these meetings? Is it a large crowd?
I've seen as many as 100.
Really?
Yeah, but usually the morning meetings are, average 40 or 50 maybe. Oh, they also have a monthly meeting that I've never been to.
Really?
What time of the month?
I'm not actually sure, Doctor, when they have these. But these are the meetings where Mr. Black speaks.
Mr. Black?
Yes.
He's
Look, Black.
the one that leads those. He's the one that leads the chanting meetings and brings things back from the future with their mind powers.
Like this, what does he make for us in the pan?
Some eggs.
He gets some bacon and some eggs, and he shows you like the bacon doesn't stick to the pan at all. He like kind of sees swirling the eggs and bacon, and he just dumps them out onto a plate like that. It's like amazing, right?
Yeah, that is amazing.
Interesting material.
Made in China.
Yes, it's very, very smooth to the touch, almost like glass.
I wonder if the United States took China over to make these high-quality products.
But David just basically suggests, if you can find out anything about these guys, I mean, I'd really like to be able to have access to this kind of technology, just between you and me. The wife loves it. Says if there's any,
sure.
If you guys can find out if these guys are above board, or if there's something nefarious going on. As I said, I have reasons for distrusting Mr. Black because of during the meetings when we do this chanting, when he does this chanting, I feel headachy and sick. And when I take that back, he has attended one of the monthly meetings. So.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Same place?
Same place.
Bigger crowds?
What time of the month?
They're not regular. I don't know what their schedule is.
How did you?
Gotcha.
How do they
Something
send
you would
you?
have to find
Do
out.
they send you letters individually?
They handed out some flyers at one of the morning meetings a couple weeks ago.
When's
Do you
the next
happen
big
to know
meeting?
when the next one is?
They meet every morning.
No, but do you
No,
know?
the next big one with Mr. Black.
Doesn't know.
Okay.
So that's something you're gonna have to find out.
Well, besides the barracks and the strange building with the no door but rounded features, what else is around the building itself? Like if we were, what I'm trying to get at.
If we were across the street.
Yeah, if we were sitting there on the grassy knoll with our sniper air gun.
Or even just with our binoculars, just checking out what was going on down there. Is there a place where we can take cover?
David's eyes get a little wide with the mention of sniper.
Oh well, that was not character talk. I was just like, what else is around there? But what I'm driving at is like, are there buildings that we could observe from or whatever?
The meeting hall is more or less in the open. It's surrounded by several vacant lots.
Oh,
good.
Shit.
No, that's not bad.
And
several vacant lots.
Yeah,
that's
and
okay.
the annex is across the way from one of the vacant lots behind the meeting hall.
So, at night you go out there to the vacant lot and dig yourself a little foxhole, man. With a direct line of sight into the front of the building.
Maybe.
We put our ghillie suits on.
Maybe.
Well,
we
I think the interesting thing is someone can go in here to these meetings. It sounds like they're relatively public, and if they're having them every morning, someone like Sparky or the ambassador could roll down there and just check it out, see what was going on.
Yes.
Have a couple people outside just in case something goes bad, and then come back and kind of report. Once you kind of see how the meetings are actually done, maybe we can see where Stanford's coming in and out of the building or what he does.
That would be wise, because we can do that. One of us could go in, or maybe both of us could go in, scout this place out, see what it's actually like, see if it's standing somewhere that we wouldn't be able to see from the outside. Figure out what this is like exactly, and then after we scope it out and we see what we're dealing with, we have a week to kind of get things planned, prepared, and dude, I'm thinking maybe we could even stage a federal raid, right?
He kind of draws what it looks like on the inside of the meeting hall on a piece of paper.
I'm thinking we might be able to stage one. I'm not saying we have to get anybody else involved. I'm saying we could probably go in with what we've got and, one yell of "This is a raid, get down." You know, we could
Do we
easily
have
say
any-
we could easily
Well,
say
I
Carl
think-
Stanford is a wanted man.
I think the recon part's the first step there
Yes,
is to actually
absolutely.
go down there and kind of see exactly what's going on and what happens. I think, you know, I'll probably have to stay back with the stuff and the dog and
Mhm.
guard the safe, and you two go out and have the doctor in some kind of hobo disguise outside as backup. Because look at the doctor makes a perfect crazy street person.
The end is nigh!
You know, I mean, who's going to mess with him? No one. He can easily conceal his double-barrel sawed-off under his...
Listen, he has his charms. I mean, he has a daughter.
Yeah.
Somebody can. He compelled somebody.
Yes, I think
Exactly.
what you're referring to is rape.
Yeah.
I have more faith in Dr. Van Helsing and his charms.
Do we have any pictures or access to pictures of the team that we left behind from the Knights of the Silver Twilight? Like if those guys show up, because Sparky doesn't know what this guy looks like, neither does the ambassador. But I would like to be able to show them what they look like. Are there any newspaper clippings or anything? Hey, look for this guy.
No.
Hmm.
No. Let's see.
Like
Best
for
thing
all,
you could-
for all
best
we
thing
know,
you can-
Mr. Black is one of these guys.
You know,
Yeah, Mr.
Carl
Black
Stanford.
would be the...
Carl Stanford stands about 5'10", weighs about 165 pounds. His meek face is slightly pudgy and entirely forgettable.
Mm.
He habitually wears glasses, but of course,
Mhm.
examination shows the lenses are just plain glass.
Mm-hmm.
Brown thinning hair, usually wears a suit and tie, looks about 35 or 40 years old. So, yeah, pretty nondescript fellow.
Mm-hmm.
John Scott, on the other hand, he's about 6'1", 170 pounds. His bony visage is aquiline, perhaps a little cunning. He has coarse, pocked, and reddened skin as he suffers from rosacea.
Mm. Okay.
And he has a commanding presence, as you have all.
You should ask... So, actually, you should ask David Lee if this Mr. Black sounds anything like that.
No, he says Mr. Black is an odd fellow. He's very tall, very broad. A beard, a mustache. He always wears this green fez. And he's these very dark eyes and a very baritone, forceful voice when speaking.
Hmm.
Well, I think we'll get the hobo costume for Dr. Van Helsing and
I'll go hobo.
roll down to this place in the morning.
All right.
I mean, hell, we should probably have our, kind of our backstories, like what brings us to New York City, that sort of thing. I think for me, it's obvious I'd be visiting the West Side Tennis Club as a tennis pro and excited to sink some roots here.
Political dealings.
And Van Helsing is a hobo. All right, so here's what you guys learn. You guys get there about a half hour before the meeting starts. And there's already people milling about. You see several men entering and exiting the meeting hall. Indeed, the meeting hall does resemble a fortified bunker, entirely of poured concrete, reinforced with steel. Corners of the building are rounded, as if to maybe help bullets bounce off. Just like a bunker. It looks like a fucking fortified like gun bunker almost. You guys were in the war. You've seen this kind of construction. It's kind of strange for here in New York City. There are no windows. There's one public entrance, a large arch with no door. So around the time when the meeting's about to start, you can kind of see the door's pretty broad. So standing across the street, you can kind of get some glimpses on what's going on inside. You see a lot of the men are sitting at the benches, but there's a huge crowd up by the stage. And what appear to be bins or stalls are set up in front of the stage. And it looks like some kind of little street market kind of thing going on in there. Almost like a flea market going on inside this meeting hall for a little while after the meeting starts. Everybody's chomping down donuts and drinking coffee. Both of you guys give me a spot hidden.
Okay.
Where are you, Tom?
I'm looking here. Across the street doing the hobo thing.
Okay, perfect.
I made it.
I got a 28. Or I'm sorry, I got an 18.
No, I got an 18.
Oh, what the hell did I get?
A 30.
If you hover over your, actually you got a 29, but if you hover over your roll, you'll see that you got a 29. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a 1 mean when you roll from your sheet, a 1 means you succeeded.
Oh,
A 0 means you failed. So both you guys made it, so you can check spot hidden.
Cool.
There are several men tending these stalls and these bins up front. They look like they're selling stuff to the members, I guess, of this place. And among them is Carl Stanford in a long gray trench coat wearing a fedora. He doesn't have his glasses on, but it certainly looks like he would match the description of what you've been given. Well, Van Helsing, you would recognize him.
I recognize him. Yeah, exactly. Mm.
It's definitely him, and he is wearing his best expression of smiling service. He's shaking men's hands and smiling. It's like they're laughing. They're having a good old time in there.
Well,
And this hobo feels like blowing his head off.
should we enter, Hale?
Do we have all of our stuff? Like, do we have our air rifle and whatnot in the car?
Okay. I don't know. I don't think. Did you get an air rifle? Was that your plan?
I have one.
You bought one. Okay.
And bulletproof vests.
Oh, well, see, that's what I wanted to go and talk to on Sunday,
have to be a
the
little
day
more
beforehand.
resourceful.
I was asking about military, so that I could go and ask if they
Oh.
have any surplus from World War
Is that
I
why you were
might
asking?
be in. That's what I was trying to get around to, but
How good are you at persuasion, Ambassador?
the best.
Show me.
The best
Show me.
around.
Show me.
Actually, Dad, I was planning to go full on, like, all out with this, trying to get people to tell me if there's,
Roll, dude.
flamethrowers left over, if there's
Okay, well,
Roll, man.
show me.
Roll.
persuade.
Yes.
Can I fast talk? Nah, I'll persuade.
Yeah.
I
So you
almost-
talk to your State Department officials. They get the Department of Defense on the line.
Yes.
Ooh, yeah.
Yes, I absolutely succeed. I have a 16.
All right, roll a d4.
Come on.
You find a nuclear warhead.
Okay. Yes, they can get you some surplus flak vests.
Nice.
4 of them. What else?
Do they happen to have a flamethrower left over from the First World War?
How lucky are you?
I got some weeds I want to burn up.
Yeah.
I got some weeds I need to clear.
Oh,
How lucky?
I missed it by 3!
Oh.
Oh, dude, you should have made that roll with the cocaine plus bonus.
Yeah. It says, well, Ambassador, the flamethrowers, they've been in short supply since 22.
Back then, we had more than we knew what to do with, but lots of weed clearing going on.
Actually, they're doing a full redesign on those systems. So
Keep me
Grenades?
updated.
some pineapple grenades.
Grenades, possibly a case of
Ooh.
grenades.
Luck.
Dude.
No.
Oh my god.
You buy a case of actual pineapples.
How about those?
Man.
How about those gas bombs they used against
Well-
King Kong?
Well, here's the deal. This
You know those big gas bombs I'm talking about?
Alex, this captain that you have on the phone, the Defense Department, you start asking about all this stuff, and at first he's like, "Yeah, okay, Ambassador." He's not asking any question, but when you start talking about grenades and stuff, he's like, "Is this for some kind of overseas operation or something, Ambassador? I don't understand why. Normally we deal with the State Department directly on these sorts of matters."
Educational purposes, actually.
How so, Ambassador? The Army does all of its own training, I'm going to need a fast talk for an ambassador to get out of this little pickle he put himself in with that 99.
Yes. Should have been. Oh, I missed by 3
Okay.
again.
You missed?
Dang it. You kidding me?
He says,
Cocaine bonus, come on.
"I'm sorry, Ambassador Dalaran, but I'm going to have to put this on hold until I talk to the Colonel. I'm going to have to get back to you on this. I'm sorry, sir. This is a highly unusual. This is highly unusual," he says. "This is a highly unusual request." And he lets you go. Click.
With the
kidding
flak
me?
jackets or not?
Apparently not.
Oh.
All right, I'm rolling real dice from here on out.
Yeah, don't roll 99s.
We got greedy, man.
He got greedy. He didn't get greedy.
Maybe. Maybe.
Well, I didn't care about the pineapple grenades, but
Anyway,
I
I
do
don't
care
know.
about the flak jacket and a flamethrower.
Maybe you'll be able to take it up the chain of command and get some really good shit,
A tank and
Yeah, like some Bradley
aircraft.
tanks and that kind of stuff. Or whatever.
I'll have
Uh,
better luck in the home state.
Okay.
Dude,
So-
you can always, I tell him, I'm like, you can always pass it off as a security check. Just tell them you were checking to see if they would actually report you. Yes, very good. You're doing what your job. That's a good way to pass. If they call you up again, man, just be like, of course, I was testing to see if you people are on your toes.
Yeah.
Try that one.
So, well, anyways, so while we're there, Hale, do you want to walk in and just get a little better lay of the land? Or did we accomplish all of our goals by establishing that, this vague description of Carl Stanford is actually there?
Well, remember, I was able to identify Carl Stanford, so I know he's there.
Yeah.
So
I
I'd
mean,
say,
can
guys, go in, man.
Try to
Yeah, okay,
circumvent.
I'm gonna
Can I try and
walk in
circumvent this call to the Colonel by using my credit rating to get onto the phone with him?
We'll let you know, Ambassador.
I have such a high credit. I'm practically the president. Like, come on, man. I can get into contact with anybody.
No,
Is that all a part of the godlike mania?
you're
presenting
just
yourself?
you're cabinet level, That's true. But we'll have to see, Ambassador. I mean, basically what happened is your good luck turned into bad luck right there.
But I can't use my credit rating to get into contact with the Colonel beforehand.
So you guys enter, right? You
Yes.
enter the anything here? All right, here.
Yeah.
I'll open this up a little bit.
We come right through here. And I grab a nice big cup of black coffee.
Yeah, there's probably about 40 or 50 individuals in here. Most of them are up against the stage. And they're all lined up, and they seem to be purchasing all kinds of minor jujus. These things probably brought back in time by time travelers. Your best guess. You get a little bit of a closer look. Business is very brisk. There's a lot of money changing hands up here. You can see all kinds of what appear to be transistor radios, like miniature ones like this big. The radios you guys know are like tabletop things. These radios about this big, like hand size. They're selling like hotcakes, $34.95 each. You guys observe for a little while here. Let's see, who is it? Dalaran and Sparky.
Yep.
Either of you guys have accounting at all?
Accounting?
Give me an accounting roll, just for the hell of it.
All right.
Why not?
I forget how to count.
So let's just say they're making stacks. I mean, there are wads of cash changing hands here. And I'm just going to tell you guys kind of what you see, just so you can get an idea. They're hawking these wares, okay? And some of them are advertised as disposable cigarette lighters, what they call ballpoint pens, something called digital watches, digital clocks, digital gizmos of all kinds. And there's this thing, you're able to examine some of these things actually at the bins. And some of them are made of this strange material. And one of the salesmen notices you kind of looking at it. He says, "It's plastic, friend." You're looking at these plastic sunglasses. And the material is just like, it's smooth as glass, but super light.
You have any sporting good materials here? I'm a man who's into sport.
We've got these. He shows you these. It's like a little handheld thing made of this plastic material, and it's got sort of an inset screen on it, and it's got numbers buttons that you can push on it. And he says that'll do your math for you. They've got packs of cigarettes, but one of the, you're kind of going down the line here, and he's demonstrating these cigarettes, and they've actually got filters like built into them. Filter cigarettes.
Well, that's a sporting thing. I believe I'll take a pack of those cigarettes. That should help my game a bit.
Yes.
I know the doctors recommend those.
Yes, these are going to come in style very quickly, sir. Very quickly. And interestingly, in one of the bins, they're selling drugs.
Oh, really?
Yes, cures for the common cold, runny nose, syphilis, whatever you got, they can cure. There's this stuff that he has. They said it's a revolutionary drug from the future. He whispers. He says it's called penicillin.
Okay, well, I'll buy some of that.
Any cures for cancer?
I'll buy some penicillin. I'll buy penicillin, and I'll...
That's a great idea.
Okay, it's like $40 for like a bottle of it.
I'll make that my big purchase for the day.
Okay.
But I'm also keeping an eye on this...
it's $1 a pack for the cigarettes.
Okay. So well, how much are the cigarettes?
$1 a pack.
Oh, I'll have the cigarettes with the penicillin, because those obviously are two healthy items.
Okay.
But also, what I'm trying to do is pay attention to Carl Stanford. What I want to.
You guys are kind of working your way down to him. He's greeting people down at the end of the little bazaar going on in here.
I don't want to meet him. I just want to pay. Oh, go ahead, Alex. Sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
I just want to I want to see where he goes after the meeting breaks. And we were there before the meeting began, right? So did we see him arrive?
No. You even got there a half hour early, and there were already people there.
Crafty fucker. All right. Well,
so after a little while, are you introducing yourself to Carl Stanford, or are you just kind of hanging back?
no, I'm not going to introduce myself to that guy.
Before
After a little while, I'm sorry, Al.
Before the encounter with Stanford, I'm going to.
Well, I didn't think there was going to be. That's what I was asking.
Oh well, I'm going to pull one of the salesmen aside while they're still kind of selling wares and whatnot. I'm going to say I'm a collector of firearms. Do you have any interesting firearms? I see that many of these things are made in. I see that many of these things are made in the Far East.
Or gas grenades?
Is that your secret? Are you stealing communist technology?
He kind of chuckles. He says, well, we've been directed not to sell any kind of weapons or anything like that to the general public.
Oh, sir, I am not the general public.
He raises his eyebrow like,
I'm an ambassador that's under heavy investigation by the U.S. military.
And the U.S. Department of Justice.
I'm sorry. When you think of a response to that, I need to go take a piss.
Oh, my response is the.
Actually, let's just take a couple minutes here. I'll be right back.
That sounds good.
All right.
Yeah.
I was thinking about patting his hand with a $100 bill.
Bribery is not a bad way to go.
Yeah, I'll be right back too.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Brother Tom.
What's up, man?
Hey, I started, well, actually, are you available for a conversation tomorrow?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
like after work? Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, all right, man. What, should I give you a call on your cell, or?
Yeah, call myself, like around 6:37.
All right.
All right. Find out more about that doctor thing?
I did. I'm actually working through, well, I'll tell you tomorrow.
Okay.
No need to cloud our gaming fun with that.
Got it.
Ridiculous. 6:30. How about 7?
Sounds good. Oh, 7's fine. No problem.
Okay. Yeah, I usually call my kids at 6:30.
Got it.
So, and sometimes they want to talk to me, sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
Let's see. Call Tom. Maybe I'll just put call Dr. Van Helsing.
There you go.
Let's see. Nope. Excuse me. All right. So, I think we're in the same fucking situation we were at the place in Boston where these guys fucking don't show their faces, you know?
Yep. That was a good move though, getting that penicillin, because it might come in handy for us later. Somebody gets shot or hurt or something. That was really smart.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, huh, magic penicillin, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. Any kind of antibiotics or narcotics get.
Well, I got cigarettes from the future.
That's good. Hopefully they aren't Newport box.
I'll actually open up the cigarettes and smoke one right there. See what it's like.
It's a Virginia Slim Menthol Ultra 100.
It is.
You're not satisfied.
Is it really? Yeah, I was like, these cigarettes from the future suck ass.
They have all different kinds, though. All right, each of you, Kyle and Alex. It's Sparky and Dollarin that are there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alex, roll a. Huh. Okay, cool. I have Gamma World tables. Roll a D100.
Oh, really? That's so awesome.
A what?
Roll a D100.
I did not expect to hear that tonight. I have Gamma World tables.
What edition Gamma World tables?
A Super Lasertron 9 billion.
Those were a little suspect.
With laser bear control technology.
Damn laser bears, vengeance bears, there's all kinds of bear problems in all the worlds.
Alex.
New and improved cyber bears.
So you guys are standing together, and Kyle, Sparky's kind of badgering this guy about weapons, right? And he's kind of like, I'm not supposed to talk about this, fellas. Now, look, I've got this. Check this out. And he pulls out this plastic item. It looks like a box, and it's got this. It's got like 5 buttons on it. And when he presses one of the buttons, and it flips open like there's a door. And on the inside of the door is this other piece of plastic, and he pulls it out and he shows it to you, and it's got like these 2 reels of this like film-like material. He says it plays sound. Check this out. And he sticks it back in there, closes it, pushes a button, and you hear this voice coming out of the box.
Ooh.
Wow, I'm astonished.
Sounds like a man's voice.
Does it say made in China on it?
It says made in Taiwan, wherever that is. Well, you're an investor.
Well, I take a heavy drag off my Virginia Slim.
So he doesn't offer any weaponry at all?
And he's like, Kyle, roll a D100.
All right, not 100. I'll take it.
Well, I think it's an item on an item statement.
Okay.
He says, I'll tell you what. One time only, this cassette recorder that I just showed you with 4 extra cassettes and 24 batteries. And you guys are like, batteries? What are batteries?
Well,
This cassette player plus 4 cassettes.
Can I record
24 batteries?
Can I record with it too?
Yeah, check it out here. And he pulls the piece of plastic out from the door and flips it over and puts it back in. And he presses 2 buttons. He says, yes, you just press the red button and you press the play button at the same time.
Oh,
say something.
These cigarettes are disgusting.
And he plays it back for you. These cigarettes are disgusting. It's your voice.
Oh, sold. I buy it.
All right, what did he say? $49.95?
I think he said $39.95.
$49.95.
All right.
Comes with 24 extra batteries and 4 extra cassettes.
Get a camera. Get a camera.
These are sold as is, mister. There is no warranty, just so you understand.
Get a camera.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
I think you in some Teflon pans, and he pulls out these frying pans, like the kind that the banker showed you guys at the house.
David Lee Roth.
Yeah, Teflon pans.
I think I'm satisfied with my cigarettes, the magical penicillin, and the.
See if they have a digital camera or something.
Yeah, I ask. Considering all of the crazy things that have been described to me, I'm thinking about a camera. I mean, I've been thinking about a camera for a while.
That was on your Discord.
I kind of drop the weapons thing, and I instead inquire about a camera.
No, we don't have any cameras. We're all sold out.
None at all?
No. And then you hear Carl Stanford's voice up over the crowd saying, gentlemen, our speaker is about to begin. Please wrap up your business dealings and have a seat. Gentlemen, clapping his hands. And it kind of gets your attention. You guys are looking over at Stanford, and everybody's like, oh, everybody kind of grumbles a little bit. And everybody's trying to make their deals. You see Stanford walk over and start talking to these 2 strange-looking men. They're tall, very broad-shouldered. One of them is just a little bit shorter than the other. But they're in these sharp-looking business suits, and they've got these hats. And they're kind of off in a shadowy corner over there talking to Carl Stanford. But the one thing that's kind of striking that you really notice about these guys is their skin. Their skin is this very pale white. They seem to be bald. And maybe they're like they're very odd looking. Nords, maybe? Are they Nordic people? I don't know. But they look kind of out of place in here. And Stanford's over there kind of quietly talking to them.
We've seen people like this before.
As Jay Randolph takes the stage. And he starts giving this little lecture speech on his topic, how to make that important sale. And needless to say, as you guys hear the speech, success depends entirely upon kindling the flame of enthusiasm within you. Of course. So he talks for about 10 minutes, and then the meeting is adjourned. People kind of wrap up their business deals, and people are leaving now.
Interesting.
And everybody's kind of shaking hands and say, hey, we'll see you tomorrow. Everybody's going to work, you know. And Stanford's over there. He's shaking some hands. And he's all smiles. You know, and you see all the guys back there behind the bins are gone. And we're probably off counting all of that cash somewhere.
Yeah, this is what Detective Terry was talking about, right? But again, you know,
You mean all the money they make that you get blackmail from?
Yeah, exactly. The cost of your life. I mean, but I am, like I said, I'm trying to keep an eye on, besides him talking to these guys, like where does he go after the meeting, that sort of thing. Even if we have to, retreat and finish our coffee on the street and smoke another terrible Virginia Slim.
Yeah.
just hang out and see if we can figure out where he goes post the meeting. So
Okay.
is there a good?
It doesn't take long. Yeah. Is there a
Oh
what?
no. Oh, we're just trying to find a good like an opportunity. Like when would we want to put a dart in his neck?
It doesn't take long, but he comes walking out of the front door with a couple of other gentlemen, as well as the two tall, very pale-looking guys, and begins walking back behind the meeting hall. And at this time, you notice that you hadn't noticed before. There's actually a sort of a path beaten into the vacant lot behind there that goes back to the annex, the 3-story annex, about 50 yards away, and they start walking through the field back to there.
I wonder if they have another box in there.
Maybe.
Wonder, Sparky. Yeah.
Oh, that might be how they're going into the future too. That they might have a box in the future.
Oh, that's an interesting idea. Maybe. So they take the well-worn path.
Yep, and they go back into the 3-story annex back there. It's a red brick 3-story house, not that far away from the meeting hall.
Yeah, I think a well-placed sniper rifle on this guy tomorrow would be of use.
Glorious. That would be glorious. Sniping Carl Stanford.
Yep.
Yes. That one's it'd be for
Mutual-
Beauregard, Henrietta, and Eusebius. Boom.
He seems to be somewhat unawares at the moment, doesn't he? Being spied on by Jacob's cousin and the ambassador of England.
I know.
Great
Yeah.
cover. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna get the Mutual of Omaha grade poison. Marlon Perkins endorsed.
All right. So that was your first weekday meeting. You came away with some pretty cool shit.
Yeah, we did.
Was any of it marked made in China?
Oh yeah.
Cool.
And maybe with some more thought, I think Ambassador Dollar would kind of do some math in his mind or whatever. But the cash that you saw changing hands and just the prices on these items, these guys are yielding at least $40,000 in cash per month.
Beautiful.
If this is an ongoing thing.
Excellent.
Which is
We can use that as leverage.
A lot of money.
I think, right? Here's what I'm considering. This stuff isn't from the future. It's from communist China. And you know who's really against communist China right now? J. Edgar Hoover, the head of the FBI, who's trying to make a name
thinking big
for
picture here
himself.
all of a sudden. Go ahead.
He's trying to make a name for himself in the Federal Bureau of the Investigation right now, as we speak. Just 2 or 3 years ago, J. Edgar Hoover made this huge filing system for all of the communist leaders and all of the communist parties in America.
Dude,
Right?
this is hilarious because it's all under the premise that the shit you just bought is actually from China. It's like not from the future.
Exactly.
This is like Chinese communist technology.
Yeah, they're ahead of us.
You
And,
gotta
you know,
tell the FBI about it.
and so you exactly.
Wait. China did not go communist until the 50s.
Okay, well,
Wait, is the Republic of China?
Tom, with your inconvenient history.
Sorry.
Wait a minute. That means that Dalaran's from the future. Get him! He's a commie!
Hold on. We'll figure this out.
all right, so Sparky Dowler's going on this rather sort of paranoid rant, it seems. Something to do with the FBI and whatever. But you guys have attended your first weekday meeting at Look to the Future, and you have found out that Carl Stanford is indeed present.
All right, well, we will
I recommend we
calmly
snipe this guy.
go back, collect our lovable hobo, Dr. Van Hellbobo, and head back to the residence with the heavily armed and friendly Jacob footprints and safe, and share what we've learned. Of course, we'll tell Van Helsing we don't have to tell anything to, but we tell him, like, I show him the medicine. I'm like, look at this, Dr. Van Helsing. I picked up this medicine for the future. It's got penicillin. It's supposed to cure all kinds of stuff.
I'm very intrigued. So we need more of this.
You know, well, I was like, I've got some more stuff. I'll share with Jacob, and I have these terrible cigarettes. I throw them out the window.
The Communist Party of China was founded in 1921 and is on the rise right now.
Really?
There you go. Got to be the commies.
All right.
We you know, before, as we're driving back, man, in our super awesome truck with our hobo covered in a tarp,
Ford pickup.
Yeah, we're kind of, you know, looking behind us, making sure nobody's following us, that sort of thing.
Okay. Looks like it.
All right, so then we, I guess we get back to the house and share the good news. Guess what? Sniper opportunity. Carl Stanford is actually here, and here's what's going on at the meetings. And look at this tape recorder, and look at this medication we bought in. I won't show you the cigarettes I threw out the window. They were terrible, but the future of cigarettes is bleak.
Interesting. So let's think this through. So he does leave the meeting hall at the end of the meeting and walk back through the open lot, right? And he was accompanied by 2 other people, basically, like bodyguards, right? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, the 2 bald guys.
Okay, so, you know, if you're going to try to use the dart gun, you definitely would want to back up with some type of real gun, right? So you have one guy set up with the dart gun. You have one guy set up with a real rifle. But the problem is, if you kill him and they get his body, they'll resurrect him.
Well, I mean,
Right.
if I understand this dart gun correctly, it's silent, correct?
It's silent and has no flash.
Yeah.
So we could put darts into all these guys, and then...
We only have one air rifle, and they're very difficult to get.
And I'm the mortician. I can show up on the scene and take charge of the scene and say, "Hey, well, I'll take the corpse to the morgue."
It's a little out of your jurisdiction, Dr. Van Helsing.
No, not in the moment. When you yell, "I'm a doctor, stand back," roll them into your van and drive off. So many people are going to be in shock.
Exactly. That's what I'm getting at. I'll use all the right words.
Van Helsing could use the eye. You know.
Exactly. What is this crude interruption?
All right, but like the only way it really works is we've got to have him, you know, queued up when he does his speech. I'm a doctor, for Christ's sakes.
All right, so you're proposing to where are we going?
I'm just
Okay.
we're just trying to get away from the resurrection issue.
Tom,
Yeah,
here we
yeah.
go. Tom,
Yeah.
all right. I figured it out. I figured out how we could get the FBI involved, all right? So, Russia was just taken over by the communists, just like recently. Like 1919 was when Russia went communist. Now, this is also about the time that the May 4th movement happened in China, where communism started taking hold in China. So, therefore, there could be some leaders in the Chinese parliament that are indeed on board with this Russian sentiment of communism and this Marxist ideal, and so they're using factories to make things from Russia, so it's not Chinese technology, it's Russian technology to convince China to go communist, and therefore we can get J. Edgar Hoover in on this whole deal, and he will shut down the Silver Twilight Lodge on grounds that they are harboring communists and also selling communist propaganda through the technology.
What the fuck, Ambassador Dollar? You really are trying to climb the diplomatic ladders, aren't you?
I'm looking at this going like, you know, hell,
Yeah, I've got like one eye
before you went
bulging out of the
nuts.
socket, like.
He preemptively struck.
And he sometimes he does have these flashes where he thinks he's God too. So
I'm telling you, it's preordained to work. I've seen it.
You might be right, but we should put some darts into some people's necks we know are bad.
Yes, absolutely. I agree with that 100% wholeheartedly. But if we want to get our hands on this technology, I know just how to do it.
Dower starts having these private thoughts like, you know, if I were president.
Yeah. Well, maybe we can bring the FBI into the equation after we take our own action, right?
No, I agree. I think it's a great idea. Actually, I think it's a great idea.
Let's do some of our own activity first, and then we'll see how things shake out. And if we need to do that, that's an excellent option to bring them in.
Yeah, man. I think it would even serve great as a distraction, right? They'll have to deal with the full brunt of the United States government, which is just going to overwhelm and overpower them, while we get the heck out.
There's some negatives. There's some negatives about bringing in the federal authorities too.
Of course there are, but
you know, and more dangerous for you.
Well, and these gentlemen are quite smart. Let's not forget they've wrapped you know, some of the highest officials in Boston into their scheme. Right. It's not hard to imagine that you know, that may happen at higher levels of the government. So
yeah, let's take our own. We'll take
with fire either way.
Yeah, but we'll take our own offensive action first and see how it shakes out, and then if we need to, we can definitely drop a dime on them. So where's the can we get kind of a little layout of this place, Sean, so we can kind of see if there's a spot where we could set up as far as a place to shoot from?
There's plenty.
The dart gun and maybe another location.
Yeah.
A dart gun, and then if things go south, a
Browning automatic rifle.
Bar location.
Yeah. What kind of weapon do you have, Carl?
Sparky likes to go hand to hand, so he's got his trench cudgel, and he's got a pistol.
Well, you know, you could hide in the bushes along with the doctor. You could have your cudgel, and the doctor could have his dobro shotgun, and then you take the shot with the dart, and then, you know, jump out and bludgeon and blast.
Yeah, I mean, and I've got a not exceptionally high, but grapple's pretty high. I've got a better than 50% chance of taking somebody down. So if we got to wrestle this guy or whatever, I've got a better chance.
And I have a sword cane.
Or do you guys want to go for the you know, dart to the neck, and then he's sick, we have to take him to the hospital? You know, I don't know. With these two bodyguards, I think it's almost impossible.
We're gonna have to put darts in the two bodyguards.
Yeah.
What's the rate of fire on that gun?
1 every 3 rounds.
In fact, let's shoot the let's shoot the dart and then Tommy gun.
It only holds 1 dart as well.
I say we shoot the dart, Tommy gun, and then take the body, get out. Real loud.
Now keep in mind, you guys are discussing and doing this on a busy New York street. It's
in our car.
Yeah.
In our pickup truck, we are discussing this.
No, I understand. I'm just saying this is going to be
gunfire. What he's saying is, you know, automatic gunfire in the middle of the day is going to draw attention. So,
I think a nighttime operation is always better. But I'm just telling you guys, as it stands, this assassination attempt looks like it's going to be happening during the daytime in New York.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think, you know, unless people are itching to die, you know, automatic gunfire probably would disperse the crowd, and the people who would be running towards it would probably they'll be on their way, but we'll have some time. And we've got the element of surprise.
Let's think this through just for a second. Because
I mean, if you commando.
Yeah, no. Let's think this through for a second, because if there is automatic gunfire, the chances that the authorities getting involved are quite high. And dealing with the New York City Police Department is not going to be an enjoyable experience. So let's think this through for just a second and think if there's any way we can actually manhandle all 3 of these guys, right? Dart, bludgeon, knife.
So you're talking about staking out the annex in the back, and when they walk up to the 3rd floor, wherever they go, we attack them inside their hotel.
I just had even before
they get into the building, Tom. Basically, as they're walking up through the vacant, we should dig some holes, you know, along the path to hide ourselves at night.
Like Red Dawn?
Yeah, wait for them to come along and frickin' jump out and bludgeon and kick the shit out of them, and then drag them off into the car, right? That's a much better idea than blast. If we have to blast, then we can blast. We're right there. If something goes wrong and they don't, we can't subdue them, then open up on them. Sure.
Dude.
Have the car parked. Have the car parked right there. Near the lot. With the driver.
We should have a couple cars parked.
Yeah.
Lee, I just had an amazing idea though. What if we just okay. Here's what we're gonna do, right? Or what we could do, rather. We could shoot the guy with the air rifle. We have Tom run out. Stop! Wait! I'm a doctor. I'm a doctor. This man is ill. Pocket the dart while he's doing his quote-unquote medical examination of the guy. Then, right, because he's the head coroner of whatever the heck, he keeps tabs on Carl's body, and then when it's possible, we can arrange for an accident. We can arrange for him to be incinerated.
Here's the thing: if you guys plan on using an air rifle,
he'll die. But we're gonna need to keep tabs on his body. Maybe we don't necessarily need to have the body. Maybe the body can be in official, real hospital or coroner hands. But
dude, listen.
You go in to examine the body yourself because you took a vested interest. You're the one who saw the man collapse and die. So maybe you arrange it so that you can maybe be the one to accidentally get his slab in the incinerator and get out of there while he's.
You're basing that all on the air rifle attack to be successful.
Yes.
And now there is a base percentage chance with an air rifle that is 10% less than a normal rifle. It's 15 base. 2d6 plus 1 damage.
But no. It's based on the rifle, though. It's still a rifle, so it's just 10% less than your percentages with a rifle.
Well, and what you gentlemen have told me about this Carl Stanford, he may not even be affected by things like this, like a normal person, perhaps.
And if that's the case, then we don't run out. We just see what happens.
My concern is with the two. My big concern is his two bodyguards. If he let's say it's successful. Let's say you hit him with the rifle, hits him in the neck, and he goes down. I don't think those two guys are going to let anyone take him away. I mean, they're immediately going to be there.
We're not going to be taking him away, dude. What I'm saying is, we shoot him with their dart, then we have Tom run out saying, I'm a doctor, drawing the attention of the public so that, the bodyguards aren't just going to go start beating people up. And so then Tom gets down. The only thing he does is he pockets the dart, and he says he's dead. That's the idea.
And I can give him a shot of morphine. I could overdose him. OD him.
There you go. We can, in fact, pocket the dart secretly. Maybe you can even figure out a way to, inject him with something else.
I'll pull out my bag. Oh, he needs a few shots of cortisone.
Yeah, exactly.
And,
I don't have
morphine.
Dude, that's a great plan.
The bodyguards aren't going to do anything because we're not going to take the body.
I'm totally for it, but we definitely need a. Okay. So let's say the dart doesn't work. Are we just going to abandon the plan and try again the next day, or are we going to go?
Then we try your foxholes. We go all out with this. We shoot.
Okay. So, but he's going to be like if I guess if we miss with it, he may not be any the wiser that a dart.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's just gonna the dart is gonna whiz by, and he's probably not even gonna notice it. And even if he does, we can. I mean, he's not gonna know where it came from. There was no muzzle flash. There was no sound to follow. This street is pretty.
Well, I think here's the thing. We do.
You son of a bitch.
We do have to take into account that they could detect us, right? Yeah. I mean, that's a serious possibility. So if we try to go with the tricky, slicky, like, hey, he's sick. I'm a doctor. Let me see what's going on. And Tom comes up. Here, I need to give him a shot. And hot shots him, which is a great idea. If that doesn't go right, are we gonna go ahead and attack, or are we not?
It depends. I mean,
or are we just gonna retreat?
I mean, I think that if that doesn't go right, if the bodyguards stop him from helping Carl Stanford or something, I mean, we can still. I mean, if he doesn't go down, essentially, if this doesn't work, if we miss or he doesn't go down, then we have to resort to the night assaults. We have to wait a week, see when he comes in, stake out the empty vacant lot during the night. Wait until he actually comes to the place on Monday morning, and then we shoot him up. We shoot him up and everybody else that he's guarded by. I mean, assuming this guy is up around here by like 3 o'clock in the morning to go into his timey-wimey box and come out with, the communist Chinese propaganda, what we're going to be needing. Well, I mean, there's nobody going to be on the street.
Sure,
right?
just be ready. I mean, if we're going to go ahead and do the dart, let's figure out where that person's going to be. Who's got the best rifle skill? Who can shoot it?
You have the best rifle skill by 20%. You'll have a 60% chance to hit with the air rifle.
How sweet it will be, Jacob.
It's 2d6 plus 1 damage. Hopefully that's enough.
All right, now what type of poison are we loading the dart with?
Mutual of Omaha, Marlin Perkins grade poison. You know the kind of.
How is
We doing cyanide?
How is cyanide in the 1920s? Is that around?
Oh yeah,
sure
cyanide and arsenic are both around. Cyanide's going to be your best one.
Well, what's fast acting though?
Yeah.
Cyanide.
Cyanide.
Yeah,
Okay,
cyanide will it'll kill you there.
So is that possible, Sean, that we can have a cyanide dart?
Cyanide in the dart, arsenic in the.
We'll let the doctor.
Yeah, let's have the doctor make a pharmacy roll.
All right.
Yeah, he makes some special darts for us.
Cyanide in the dart, and then arsenic.
How many can he make, Sean? Can he make 5 or?
We'll see what he rolls.
Okay.
I'm rolling pharmacy.
Yeah.
Ugh. Nope. Negative, Ghost Rider.
All right, your best bet would just be something more generic, like
arsenic,
some kind of acid
poison.
or
rat poison?
Whatever they use for rat poison, I guess.
Can we try to find a place that would sell something like that?
Let's see if I get on the FBI's most wanted list for Google.
Well, you can go to any metal.
poisons.
You can go to any metal plating shop. At this time, you can go to any metal plating shop, and they use arsenic and cyanide in metalwork. You can actually go buy it. I mean, it's available.
Sure. Good enough.
All right, well, we'll find a metalworking shop
And look at what Sean's drawn here. The meeting hall. See how the path goes around the corner to the annex?
Right.
I mean, like,
And
maybe
the street.
we should be on that back street, and as soon as he turns the corner, that's when we get him.
Well,
Him
we
and
could
his two buddies.
back. You mean back here?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe somewhere, as close to the street as we can get it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So we can grab and smash if we need to.
Yep. Not in front of everybody else into the vacant lot where everybody else is hanging out.
Well, we could set up a distraction. We could set up a distraction too on this opposite street here. Okay.
Can we use Prince and unleash the dog on one of the
I think
ball-headed
that's
guys?
a great idea. Yeah, we should bring Prince.
We
And
can
he can
have
just go attack.
We can have the dog with us, but I'm thinking also maybe have some sort of could have some sort of distraction on the other street. I guess that's not necessary.
Yeah, because they'll be saying goodbye and going to work and stuff. These guys will drift off into the back like they did today. Just the three of them into the back, around to the back annex. We'll be on that back side of the building as soon as they turn the corner, and Prince will just freaking, start biting.
So let me ask you this. Let's say we take the pickup truck and back it up with the bed on the opposite side of the street, and it's covered. Could I lay flat down in there and have a clear shot across the road to hit this guy in the neck? or to hit this guy, basically. So
Yeah. You're a pretty good shot, Jacob is.
yeah, yeah. So you see what I'm saying? Use the flatbed of the truck for cover.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Right. Lay down in the truck with the air rifle. I have the bar next to me, and I'll have the dog on the other side of me. Right.
All right, you guys want to do this?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, man. Let's do it. But where is everybody else going to be? And are we leaving all the stuff back at the house?
By the way, you guys can draw on this too. If you go on your menu on the top left there, all those boxes, you go to the paintbrush icon. You can draw freehand or draw shapes.
Okay.
I have an idea.
Text.
So, let's say one of us has a nice...
Choose your color.
Let's say we're all wearing nice coats, right? We are wearing nice long trench coats. What if the guy who shoots the rifle, then one of us walks up in front of the dude, takes the rifle, hides it in the coat pocket, and heads to the truck, right? So that way it's not like, oh my god, there's a guy with a gun right there. It's just smooth and easy, you know, just take it and walk on.
Well, I think if we have the same impact with somebody in the bed of the truck under the tarp, you know?
Oh, true, yeah.
Yeah, so
I think the question is, okay, so somebody's got to be the driver, somebody's got to be under the tarp, and then
the driver.
Who has a good drive vehicle skill? I mean, it might actually matter. Like, if one of the bodyguards actually figures out what's up, we might actually have a real car chase on our hands.
It would suck in all of your mythos busting to die in a car crash, wouldn't it?
It could happen.
Would it not?
Does anybody have drive vehicle as a skill?
I don't. But I guess the question is, where are we going to put the rest of the team? Are we all in the truck, and if the guy goes down, we burst out of the tarp and
I think so.
Go beat the shit out of everybody and grab the body and bring it back?
Well, like I said, man, I think that we could reasonably just shoot the dart, see that he goes down, have Tom run up, I'm a doctor, inject him with further stuff, declare him dead on the spot, then take a vested interest in the body from whatever local coroner he's taken to, and then where I presume the Colts would be very quick to try and take the body, but not if Tom can get in there first. Maybe with my influence as well, we can maybe pseudo take over, pretending to be Stanford's family or something, and make sure that he gets burned on the spot. You know,
I don't think the white bald-headed dudes are gonna let us get to that point.
Yeah,
so we're gonna have to smash those guys and take the body because they're not gonna be.
That's when we're getting local police potentially involved. We don't want this to last very long. This confrontation on the street.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, I think again, having the truck pulled up with the bed towards the annex. You know, I'm in the bed with the dog and the air rifle and the bar, and then you guys are. You should position yourself somewhere, if not in the truck, somewhere you can jump out and tackle these guys or get Stanford's body, right?
Where are we planning to shoot? Like, where are we planning to have the shooting occur? Like, right here? Like,
no,
here.
that'd be too far to drag.
Here, right here.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly, man. There's the truck on the other side of the street. The bed's facing that way.
Okay.
Yep.
Right here. So then the question is, okay, so who's got the best drive skill?
I mean, I think we all have 20, unless anybody took points.
Okay, so here's where your contacts with the underworld come in handy. I think we definitely we need to hire a good wheelman, and we need to hire a guard for the house from the New York underworld for sure, man.
Okay.
Otherwise, this isn't going to work. We got to have a wheelman, and we got to have someone at the house. Even though, no one knows where it is, whatever, still.
Okay.
And how many cars are we going to have here? Just the one?
We just have one.
We can buy another one. We can have Sparky go out and buy another one and park a backup vehicle down the road if you want or something.
I think we should have a backup down the road. But
Well,
everybody has a key.
Yeah, I think backup down the road. I mean, where are the rest of us going to be? On the street?
Well, you could be in the car.
That's what I'm saying. Be in the car. That way we can, for time effectiveness, like roll up, grab them.
Well, what if one of us goes walking down this way, then down here, and we're hiding out by the corner, so that we can just kind of pop out, just pop out, and then maybe we should just shoot them, shoot the two guys. Maybe we should just grab the body, take him put him in the truck, and drive off. I mean, who's gonna know the better? That sort of thing happened all the time with gangsters. That's kind of the
right.
Well,
I think that
modus operandi of
assassinations respond to us, right?
I think we're gonna. Well, I thought we were gonna shoot him in the neck and try to do the doctor thingamajig first, and if that didn't work, then we were going to go for the bludgeoning, and if that didn't work, then we would open fire, right?
I think we should go for the open fire and then the bludgeoning, honestly. We have no idea what these guards are capable of. I mean, what if they're superhuman?
Yeah, I think we're going to have to go. If the doctor thing doesn't work in the first 10 seconds, we start unloading and bludgeoning. I mean, total unloading, Tommy gun, everything, mowing these guys down.
Okay,
well,
so...
I mean, my character just... he's got a decent pistol skill, but he's highly effective close range. So if we get up to these guys, my large club is just as good as any gun, and I've got a really great chance to hit. So
I also have a really good sword.
Let me ask everybody a question. So let's say I'm in the bed of the truck. Tom's walking down the street as a normal doctor. Oh, la 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 la. Kyle, you can be wherever you want on the side of the building, walking in the other direction, right?
Well, we're going to have the other car. I think I stay in the other car. It's parked.
Right.
And then, depending on what happens with the doctor scenario, either we stay put or we roll up. And if it gets out of hand, we roll up while the fire's coming and then get to work.
Here's the only scenario we haven't grokked out. So let's say I fired the dart gun and it misses.
We unload.
Then we come back another day.
Do we, or do I have enough time? It's 3 rounds to reload. I don't think I'll have enough time to take another shot. If we're undetected, if we're undetected, we come back another day. If not, we open up. Is that right?
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think he's going to detect the air duct going by. I think he's going to see it.
Okay.
I just.
All right. Okay, so that's the plan then.
All right, I'll be right back, guys.
All right.
Yep.
This is where I wish we had body armor. I mean, we're coming here the next week, right? This isn't the same day, right?
I think it's the next day.
Today was Monday.
So we're coming back. We're coming back. Oh, so I guess it would be the next week. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought they met every day. Okay.
Which is fine because that gives me another week to secure some more military gear. Maybe we can actually get my my bulletproof vest. Maybe I can figure out a way to convince them that this has something to do with American operations in England. I mean, the revolution in Ireland is huge right now. Maybe that has something to do with that, where Ireland is trying to become free of the sovereign authority of England. I mean, there's all sorts of things going down as far as that goes. Maybe I can put it on the guys that I'm working with.
If the extra week gives us another chance to get the body armor, great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd allow you to roll again, do some serious rolls.
Okay, I'm going to try and directly contact the Colonel.
Right, so here's what it's going to be. It's going to be a combined skill check.
Okay.
I need credit rating and persuade.
Okay, come on. Credit rating.
Check
Yes.
it.
All right. Good. Good.
Nice work.
I mean, I have a solid 95 in credit rating. I wasn't too afraid of that.
Hey, you never know.
If you
Persuade.
roll another 99, there
Come
could
on.
be dire consequences
I
like
need it.
handcuffs.
I need it. I need it.
Woo!
Yes. Yes. I did it.
All right. So, ironically, his name is Colonel Moran. He hooks you up with 4 flak jackets, surplus,
Mm-hmm.
used.
Did they have holes in them already?
Only dropped once. And a case of 8 frag grenades.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Well.
Flak jackets are good for 5 points of armor. They're not Kevlar vests, fellas.
Right.
These are just like iron plates, you know.
What kind of throw skills does everybody have?
What the they're designed for pilots, you know, and bomber crews is what they're designed for.
I have the base 25.
All right. Let me write this down. So
Yeah, me too.
I have a. I am wearing a adventuring gear and other possessions. Here we go. 4 max flak jackets. How much armor is that?
5 apiece.
5.
And how does armor work in this game?
Just takes 5 points off the top of any damage you take, essentially.
Does
Any
it get
damage?
exhausted?
Yeah. Does it tab
Could.
hit points?
Maybe.
Okay.
Depends.
How many grenades is that?
8.
And I still have my 3 sticks of dynamite left.
Yep.
Grenades.
Let's see, a frag. Is 46
What kind of throw skill do you have, Tom?
every 4 yards.
20 base, 25.
Alex, same thing?
Remember when I threw the dynamite?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Here's
it's
the thing
exciting.
about hand grenade. Okay, they do 1 die less damage than a dynamite stick, but they have like twice the range that you take damage from. So,
Ooh.
like a stick of dynamite does 5d6 if you're within 2 yards or about 6 feet of it, and then it does 4d6 at 4 yards, 3d6 at 8 yards, and so on. Whereas
So
a
5d6
hand grenade does
many yards?
4d6 at 4 yards.
Okay.
So much bigger blast radius than a stick of dynamite.
46
Fragmentation.
at 4 yards.
Yeah, because essentially, and that makes sense. You're just taking like explosive damage from the dynamite, where you're actually taking frags from the grenade.
So is it an additional d6 for each yard that you're closer to it?
1 less d6.
That you're closer to the center of the explosion?
It's 1 less d6 for each 4 yards that you are beyond the blast.
4d6 at 4 yards.
Right. 3d6 at 8 yards.
Okay.
2d6 at 12 yards, and so on.
Yeah.
Which is a lot, actually.
How much at 1 yard? Like, what happens if it's on top of it?
4d6.
Okay. Okay.
Which I don't think anybody here wants to take.
I should also probably write down my.
The only one thing I am just a little bit worried about is the air rifle does 2d6 plus 1. Better be a decent damage roll to do enough damage to at least make someone make a consciousness check.
No, but the poison.
Let's not outright kill them.
Yeah, the poison is the arsenic, the
Right.
cyanide
That's
dart,
what I
you
meant
know?
to look up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not just the damage from. I mean, I think I think that damage is assuming that it's just like a pellet that you're shooting at someone. I don't think it's assuming that it's
No.
a dart.
Yeah, well, poisons in this game have a potency rating, and it's a resistance roll on the resistance table for your constitution versus the potency of poison.
Okay.
And I'm
so
now
if
going
it's
to
like,
secretly assign the potency of the poison that Dr. Van Helsing put together.
okay.
It should kill him. Should.
And I've got my
So we need to get
syringe of morphine.
we need to get some drivers though. We need to hire some
Yes.
some wheelmen.
That is
From the-
my other job this week. While we're waiting for the following Monday, is to start sniffing around New York, getting into contact with some people.
The bootleggers have to know the best drivers.
Yeah,
I mean,
talking to
that's
some
what
bootleggers, making some,
That's what they're known for, man.
figuring out some deals to get some cases.
Drivers.
Europe,
Drivers.
yeah, from Europe to them.
Yeah, the thing is these guys, you know, in general, unless they're people that you know personally, might be a little leery of strangers.
I'm
Especially,
sure that
especially someone who looks like you.
I'm sure
You know
that
what I'm
there
saying?
are. I'm sure that I can get some information from the speak.
We just need two good wheelmen, two good drivers.
Let's see if you can get some information from a speak. Give me appearance ×5. It's the new charm check,
5.
fellas. Note that Sparky has a 100% charm roll.
Oh wow.
Jesus Christ. I have so that's a 65 that I need to get. And I do it.
Nice work.
Okay. You're given a tip to talk to a guy who knows another guy.
Eventually I speak with Arnold Rothstein, head of the Jewish mob.
All right, so they're willing to work, okay? This guy says he's got guys who want to work, he tells you.
Okay.
It's going to take some money.
I got money.
How much?
I have...
Am I around? What I mean, is he on the phone with these guys? Where are we at?
As far as I know, he went to a speakeasy asking around about drivers. Somebody tipped him off to some shady guy who apparently knows some other shady guy.
Just remember, Ambassador, we have funds.
Yeah, I've got, I mean...
On you is, what do you have on you is something, but remember, I have funds. So find out how much these guys want, man.
He's like, how much exposure are these guys going to be?
A lot.
Have to expect on this.
Extreme. Horrible.
I've got
I mean, what's the job? He says.
I've got $1,000 on hand.
And what's the job?
The job is easy.
With them.
Yeah, be straight.
Be
Yeah.
straight, dude.
Yeah,
it's fucking full-on criminality.
He says you
job-
do know what he says. You do know what I mean by the job, right?
Full-on
Yeah, the
criminality, man.
Job simple. We're going in. We're hitting the guy, and we need somebody to drive us out.
It's a hit.
Two drivers.
That'll cost you, fella.
No, we're doing the hit. We just need a driver. We need 2 drivers.
Give me a
We've
bargain.
got the wares, and
Alex,
we've got
give me
the...
I need a bargain roll for this guy.
Okay.
This guy's a tough customer. He's not dicking around. He's not gonna. He doesn't like the way you look.
What?
Is that a 39?
That should be a 39.
That die is
dude.
cocked, Dad. Look,
That is a
cocked.
39.
I'm tipping my computer to the left to have it roll over a little bit.
That die is cocked.
39.
That digital die is cocked, I
How
swear.
does that happen? That's
Dude,
great.
that's the second 99 you've rolled tonight. And
No, it's not. It's cocked.
These expert negotiations.
I'm telling you, man. All right, no, seriously.
He's like, Mister, get the fuck out of here. He pulls a gun on you, and he cocks the hammer. He says, get the fuck out of here.
Oh boy.
Can I
Live again, run, and live again to bargain another day.
He looks at you and kind of shakes his head. He says, "Did you hear what I said, Mister? I said, get the fuck out of here now."
Fine.
Oh boy.
What about
Fine.
Mario go to another speakeasy?
Yeah.
Yeah, the next
Sure.
day.
Double down, man.
The
Absolutely.
next day,
and
I go into another place that's in a different dude's
I'll
territory.
use my 100% charm to find a girl who's willing to tell me just about anything.
And this time I take the
Yeah,
tennis
yeah,
pro with
yeah.
me.
There you go.
All right.
Let Sparky work his.
All right, well, give me the token charm roll for Sparky. Just don't roll 100, I guess.
Jesus Christ. Are you sure that wasn't cocked? I think that time was cocked.
It does look odd.
Computer doesn't lie.
It does though, it's a
Yeah.
liar.
Computer.
Is
You're right. It doesn't lie, but it is a
is
four.
that a skill on there, or just roll a
No.
d100?
Yeah, it's appearance times 5, which for
Okay.
you is 100, right?
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Actually, we could add that. You can add that as a custom skill. I'm gonna do
You
that.
could.
Sean,
Yeah, I might use it every now and then.
65.
29.
Oh, dude, he is a charming bastard.
Yeah. His teeth, the little glint comes off his teeth. Ding!
Exactly,
He
yes.
smiles.
So not only does Sparky find a friendly flapper to who spills all the beans on her gangster buddies or gangster customers per se, but he finds a whole group of flappers who are willing to spill the beans about their gangster buddies. And you have a party, and they introduce you to these guys.
Perfect.
Um,
Gentlemen.
So really, what it comes down to, it's a very short conversation, comes down to money. And when they find out that it's a hit, and they're not too keen on that, it's harder to find drivers for a hit job than
We got money.
than a bag job, you say. But just tell you what, I can get 2 drivers for $1,500 a pop.
Take it, man.
Is that a...
Okay, I've got the cash.
All right.
If
Well,
they're good drivers.
Roll your bargain. What's the bargain?
All right.
Why not?
Can I bargain? I'm involved. I have a 55 in bargain. Of course, the game decided that it was going to give me a cocked die, so.
Yeah, blame the game.
I didn't make it. I got a 74. I had a 30.
Yeah, he's pretty firm on that. $1,500 a pop.
1,500 it is a piece.
Can I? All right, hold on. I have cases. I can. Maybe I can arrange some. Maybe I can arrange to get myself some contacts here in New York.
I'm doing this.
Start
The
Listen,
working on-
I'm doing this the same night that you get the gun pulled on your face.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, no, we're not, because we want to roll on this thing tomorrow. So
Yeah.
Okay.
You got him, dude. If you got 1,500, you got 3,000 cash.
Yep,
They
Jacob's
can
got
hook
it.
you up with these guys. They said they'll take you to meet these guys right now, and you can make your arrangements. So
okay,
they're brothers.
Perfect.
all right. Well,
You want to stop by the house and get the cash, Kyle, before you head over and meet him?
yeah, and so I need to go pick up the money. Obviously, I don't carry that on me. So,
All right.
and then I'll have one of my cohorts come with me,
Okay.
just so they can meet him. They can know who they're dealing with.
All right. So Frank, that's the only name you know him by. Frank, the guy you gave the money to. Frank takes you over. You meet Bobby and Bugsy. Carbamacci.
Carbamacci, all right.
Yes.
A pleasure, gentlemen.
Bobby and Bugs are pretty hip to doing this job.
Are they made guys, or are they with a crew?
They're with the crew. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. They look like tough customers.
Awesome.
Frank gives you every assurance that they're capable, experienced, and they won't give you any shit.
That's good. We just need calm hands on the wheels, boys. When things get dicey, we just want a straight line out of there and a straight line to there. We'll do all the work.
So,
You just gotta get us in and out.
And if it gets messy, there'll be some bonuses.
Say, what kind of wheels you got, mister?
One of them's just a truck. The other one's, what other car did we buy, Sean?
Can we get one that looks like something like the doctor would use, like a hearse or something? What would a coroner use?
Dude, we should totally get a hearse.
Yeah. What would a coroner use? I want something like that.
We're going.
We should probably, if we're
full Ghostbusters.
If we're smart, we should probably get 2 relatively fast cars, and just ditch the truck. Like, you know, I'll be in the truck, do the shooting or whatever, and then after that, maybe we jump in the getaway cars, right? I mean, if these are good. If these guys are good.
The only thing is the truck. No, we made a trade. That truck's not registered to me. Yeah, okay, let me just dump it.
Yeah, exactly. Just leave it there.
Yeah.
So I say we buy 2. I say we buy 2 really nice fast cars.
Yeah.
Or maybe these guys have cars. The Carmucci brothers. Like, can you guys supply wheels?
No, you got to use your wheels, boss.
All right.
All right. So we'll buy some. We'll buy.
He says too much exposure that way.
Understood.
So I think we should probably get 2 faster cars rather than just the truck, right? To get out of here.
Well,
Yep.
guys,
Yeah. All right. So what are the models that are available, Sean? Like Model A, Model T.
Oh yeah. Well, those aren't fast cars, Lee.
Okay? Give me some stripped down fast
You
cars.
have to get one of the Dodge brothers or something.
Yeah. Give me a stripped down fast car. Something that'll fucking tear.
Well, let's look at it here.
And we'll get 2.
Here we go.
Something the Carmucci brothers would be fun.
It'll be
Enjoy
here
driving.
somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. Okay. There's probably a cable at the very end of this book.
Can we get a?
No, actually, you know what? I have it on the character creation page. Let me pull that up.
So, I mean, gangsters, they souped up their cars in the 1920s. If they did that, they found out that if they modified their vehicles, they could outrun the cops. I
Right.
think we could find something like that.
I'm sure there's some Duesenberg Model J's laying around.
Right.
119 miles per hour.
So we're looking at like a Buick 121, a Packard 626, which is similar to what you used to have, Jacob.
Right.
Um,
What do the Buicks cost?
1400. Packard's 2400, and then of course there's a Mercedes-Benz SSK, which is probably the cream of the crop for $8,000.
Yeah, I think we'll take 2 of the Buicks.
Okay. Yeah.
Used, but in good shape, you know.
The Buick's got those big old flathead engines in them.
Yeah. We'll strip out any extra weight we can.
All right.
Al Capone's Cadillac sold for $325.
All right, so that solves the problem, man. Yeah.
We take
So
that off of your account here. Credit your.
well, it's out of my 10 grand cash that I have with me, right?
Okay.
So I did the 3 grand to the 2 guys, and then the other 3 grand. Yeah.
It goes fast.
It does. That's why I took the 10.
Interestingly,
That's why I knew I would need at least 10. I knew.
Yeah. All right.
Al Capone's Cadillac had bulletproof glass, was painted like a Chicago police car, and had steel armor.
You've got 2 brand new used Buick 121s.
All right.
Brand new used.
Yeah.
Do the drivers like them?
Oh yeah.
There you
This
go.
is like serious Detroit steel here, man.
Yep.
All right, fellas. Let's go back over here. We're getting close to the moment of truth.
What are these tentacles and stuff? The thing 1, thing 2, thing 3, tentacle 2, tentacle 1.
That's what the bald guys are going to cast on us.
Oh God.
They're just markers that we may use in the future for.
I'm thinking maybe have the cars parked like that, have the truck like that, right?
Yeah, and you can click and move stuff around too as you draw it. Oops, you can shrink. I shrank it. There's one Buick.
Where are we meeting after this, gentlemen? Back at the house or somewhere else?
Well, we will definitely go back to the house, but we'll take a circuitous route, right?
Different, yeah. Both cars go different directions, different
Oh
routes.
yeah, and make sure we're not followed, basically.
So
Okay.
Yeah,
the
and
first meeting began at 7 a.m. and it ended right around 7:30. It's a short meeting.
all right. So early morning. Let's get there around 7.
Okay.
So can we just review that one quick time? So Lee, you're gonna be there. We're gonna park. You're gonna park the.
I'm gonna park the truck across the street. Get into the bed of the truck early morning, man. I'm gonna be there early morning, way before anybody's there, with the dog and the bar, and the dark canteen, and just set up, be quiet, wait. You guys can come in the cars and park right there along the road. And when they come around the corner, I'll try to take my shot. If it hits, the doctor should be walking down the street. Oh goodness, walk up, right? If it doesn't, the question is, do you want to just open up? And I think the answer to that is yes.
Yeah.
So there we go. Okay.
I'll start from here and I'll walk from this way.
I'm gonna bring my elephant.
Guys, a good way to point to stuff on here too is use your pings. You can left click and hold like that, or you can click on the ruler tool. It looks like a little bar on your menu at the top left, and you can make arrows like this. It's a good way.
And I'm also gonna go to to some form of boutique to buy a camera, a nice Polaroid camera.
Well, I don't think they had Polaroid cameras in that.
Yeah, it's the Polaroid.
These are old style. They come with plates where you have to change the plate for each photo that you take.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, and each flash is a one-use flash, things like that. It's pretty big, man. It's like this. It's a two-hander.
That's why if you want to buy something from the future, get a camera.
Yeah.
Sean, do you want to put the truck in across the street?
Hey, what happened to the buildings that were across the street over here and here?
I didn't put any buildings over there.
What were those things? There was something over there.
I was messing around with the drawing thing, man.
Is there anything over here, or is this all empty lot? What is on this side of the street?
I'll put some buildings over there.
Okay. Because honestly, rather than come down the street here, I'd rather be behind one of these buildings to come across after Lee does his dart.
All right.
Because I don't want to be seen by him
Right.
until I see him drop, because he will recognize me. So if he doesn't drop, I'm not coming out there saying I'm a doctor. He's got to fall.
Okay. Shit.
It's like, I'm a doctor, and
Okay, and what weapons do you guys have? What weapons do you guys have ready?
Shotgun, dynamite, pistol, morphine set on overdose.
Okay.
I got my pistol, my trench club, and I ask Hale to give me 2 grenades.
Yeah. Also, Tom, you should also have a syringe of arsenic there too.
Absolutely.
We've got syringes.
That's a great idea.
I got multiple syringes of multiple loading.
I'll grab a couple grenades too, Sean.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll grab 2 too.
I'll go ahead and mark that.
So everybody's got
2
apiece.
Yep.
Yep. And Alex, what kind of weapon do you have?
I'm gonna bring my elephant gun.
Excellent.
Oh wow.
And Lee, do not hesitate to unleash Prince to rip these guys apart.
Is he a World War
well,
I
dude,
veteran?
dude. I don't. Yeah, we'll see. If it comes to opening fire with guns, man, I'm not gonna have the dog up there.
Do
Right?
not forget, guys, we are wearing flak jackets.
The dog is with me.
Oh, and I also have my sword cane, of course.
Yeah, of course, man. You can't walk around without that.
Sword cane, flak jacket, and a nice elephant gun.
Okay. And camera.
I guess. Is there a mobile camera?
Polaroid.
Yeah, I mean they're big. They're like two-handed things, but you could like carry it on your back on a tripod or something.
We'll stow it in the car.
A few plates of film. Okay.
We'll stow it in the car, and I say, if you see anything bizarre, snap a shot of it.
All right, Lee. The yellow thing is the pickup truck right there. Where's the pickup going to be positioned?
Let's see, can I move that? I think probably like right here,
Right
maybe.
there, man. Right there. Oh, right there, sure.
Yeah, like right here. On this side of the street, you know.
Okay. You should,
So he's got an angle.
So then I'm gonna hide behind.
From the back of the bed,
Yeah.
right?
I'm gonna be back here, Sean.
Maybe even a little farther, Sean. Maybe like right there to get the right angle from the bed, right? So he's got a wider.
right here.
Yeah,
You're gonna be there, and you're gonna be shooting for here.
for here.
You should be closer than that. Does it?
Really?
Yeah.
Think. Is that within the range of the dart gun, Sean?
Oh yeah.
No problem, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just measure it, man. Right from here to here. Yeah.
That's
Oh, dude, that's
way.
way close. Yeah, that's perfect.
What is the scale too small or too big? Or...
No, that's about right.
Actually, I'll make the scale about right. So you can use the ruler. Let's see, that's no. And I'm just gonna double it. That should be about right. Yeah, that's about right.
And what's the range of a hand grenade? How many feet?
Good question. How far can you throw a hand grenade? Let's see.
Dude, be careful with the explosives. Jesus.
That boat has sailed about 30
I think
Jesus. The grenades probably should only be reserved for pulling the pin and holding them to your body. You know what I'm saying? I mean, really. That's about
we want to learn some lessons, but we haven't.
If you want to pull the two pins in your grenades and go up and grasp God in a,
Actually, this reminds
loving
me of
embrace. I love you.
A grenade throwing moment by Jacob in the form of a Gamma World character on a space station. Remember
Okay,
that?
well, shit happens, dude.
I throw a grenade. I'm like, are you sure you threw a grenade? Yes. It's like, all right, everybody's ejected into space for a minute.
So it says a palm-sized object
Seems
can
like
be hurled
directing.
3 yards for each
It worked
strength
out.
point. 3 yards for each strength point exceeding the object size. An object designed to be thrown can be hurled up to 6 yards for each strength point excess of the object size. That's like a javelin. Well, I don't know. We'll cut it down the middle. How about 5 yards for every strength point you have, roughly. So you've got, what, a 9 strength, so 40 yards. Yeah, it's a little over 100 feet, I guess, something like that. So.
All right, so we're all within 100 feet. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You can check it pretty far.
And what's the explosion range?
For the total would be 18 yards.
Wait a minute. And how many yards can I throw it?
5 times your strength in yards.
I think about 50 yards. Yeah. 40.
Oh, 50 yards. Okay.
Use your guns first, please.
No, I'm just saying
Where's
it'd be
Sparky?
awesome.
Like, what?
It
Where
wouldn't
is
make
Sparky?
That's with a bouncer too, you know.
Guns first.
It wouldn't make sense that the explosion, would do damage farther out than you could throw it. I mean, like you're not gonna ever live. But
Yeah.
I get
Where
it.
is Sparky gonna be?
Yeah, I
in
think it
this
is like
situation?
18 yards. So really the effective radius of a hand grenade is about 40 feet or so, something like that. So, to scale on here, the blast range of a hand grenade is like
This
that.
is where you're gonna be.
Yes, that's me. Yes, and I'm gonna come around. When I see him drop, I'll come running out. I'm a doctor. I'm a doctor.
Boom.
And then I'm the yellow X, and Lee is the red X. Where are you gonna be?
I think you're gonna be in one of the cars. The cars are gonna be parked here, right?
Yeah.
I'll just stick in one of these cars. So we got them covered from all angles.
Alright.
Yeah, we do have a crossfire set up pretty much there.
Okay. Actually, just for simplicity, who's the green X?
Me.
All right. Here, let me just shrink these down.
Thank you.
This isn't going to be to scale, but
Tom, are you sure you don't want to be over
Oh yeah, that's a lot
here
easier.
maybe?
And come around this corner here like this. I'm a doctor. I'm a doctor.
That's quite a. I mean, how far are you away there?
Is pretty 112 feet.
Yeah. How long does it take to walk that far? Yeah. I guess
I'm
that's
thinking maybe
pretty far. You might be right. All right.
You might want to be here.
Yep.
You know, come around the building, be like, oh shit.
I agree.
Just so you can be there quickly.
Oh shoot! You put him up while I was trying to delete my red thing. You deleted. I deleted Jacob's stuff.
I can make him actually a little bit bigger just so we can see him here. Where did Jacob go?
I deleted Jacob on accident. I was trying to delete my X, but you put him on the top layer as soon as I did that.
Okay.
So it deleted him instead.
Yeah. We'll make him a little bit bigger here just so we can see faces. Not to scale.
Okay.
General location here.
I have some. If I can, Sean, I'll create some cover. You know, I'm in a prone position. If I can put some sandbags or something in front of me, you know, some kind of cover there in the back of the truck.
Sandbags. Good call.
So I'm prone. I've got my little opening. The tarp's over it. Got a clear sight with the dart gun. Bar to the right, dog to the left.
Okay.
Tell me when he comes around the corner.
Dog to the left of me, bar to the right of me.
Yep.
Sandbags all around.
All right, just give me 1 second here to set the rest of this up.
The sandbags will be great when we drop those grenades, man.
I'm sure I have my lab coat on, so I look like a doctor. You know, I have that
Again.
doctor credential look to me.
I can't stress enough. Guns first, grenades last.
And I have one of those
Option.
like straps on my head with like the reflective like metal, you know, on top of my forehead.
Yeah,
know?
and you've got your brown leather bag filled with all of your poisons.
Definitely have the leather bag, the satchel, the doctor satchel. Yes.
The stethoscope.
Yep. Oh, the stethoscope's around my neck. Absolutely. I just made a house call. I'm coming for a house call.
Some tongue depressors.
Yep. The whole gambit.
Hello, I am Doctor.
A hypodermic needle sticking out of your arm.
My credentials with me. Absolutely. I don't want them to be confused when I come running up. They think I'm trying to kill them. Like, oh,
Here's
I'm a
my
doctor.
birth
I want them
certificate.
very clear that I'm a doctor.
I went to Harvard.
Okay. All right, so it's early in the morning. And you guys can see the meeting looks like it's revving up there across the vacant lots. Looks like there's a lot of people there this morning. And you wait it out for about a half hour. And sure enough, the people start filing out of the front of the meeting hall. And you wait. And you wait.
It's exciting.
During the latter part of the meeting, a guy comes out of the front door of the annex here, facing towards the street. And it's one of the pale-skinned looking guys. He's got a fedora on, hairless, no hair, kind of weird looking. His skin looks kind of sickly and white. And he sits down on a stool right there by the front door, right here.
Yeah, these guys gotta die too.
That's the thought that goes to the doctor's head. This guy's gotta die too.
Yeah.
These are unholy abominations. They gotta go.
Yeah. So this is one of these guys, and everybody give me a spot hidden.
I think I made it. I did make it.
All right.
I've had better luck just rolling straight up D100s. I think I'm going to do that from now on.
All right. Who made it?
Yep. I made it super good.
Negative.
All right. Well, those of you who made it have noticed that this guy sitting at the front door up here, packing heat.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like he's got a 45 in a shoulder holster. It's kind of weird, you guys, because as you guys are waiting for the meeting to end, you're kind of watching this guy sitting there. And he's absolutely motionless. You notice the flash of he's got like a chrome-plated 45, and as he sits down, his coat kind of whips in the slight breeze, and you see that flash. That's how you know he's packing heat. Once he sits down, he sits entirely motionless with his face forward and his jaw kind of slack and his eyes just staring off into nothing. Doesn't even look like he's breathing. It's kind of weird.
Let him be. Who needs him?
A little while later, you see your friend Carl Stanford.
Oh, there's more of them. Fuck.
Out here on the path.
This is gonna get ugly.
Let me put him in front. And they start making their way up the path towards you.
How many people are on the street right now?
There are a few passers-by every now and then. There's a car coming. There's a car coming down the street from this direction right now. Kind of just in sight.
Alright.
Steady, boys. Steady.
Alright, so fucking level with me on here. Alright, so they get up to the turn in the path. Not right here. They turn the corner.
Now's the time.
Crank him a little bit more.
All right, man. As soon as he comes into clear view, I'll take my shot.
It's Stanford?
Yep.
Okay.
With the air rifle, of course, and the poison dart.
Rifle shot at about 56 feet. That should be a pretty easy shot for a marksman such as yourself. You would think, right?
Hopefully.
Take your shot, Jacob.
Oh no.
Are you kidding me?
Nope. Missed it.
Alright, I need to put these guys into initiative now. What are you doing, Jacob?
Grab the bar.
What's the bar?
Browning automatic rifle.
Oh, okay.
It's a walking man's automatic rifle.
You know what? Technically, in the game, a bar is a machine gun. But personally, I wouldn't classify it as a machine gun, so I gave it the rifle skill with that, by the way, because I'm nice. Because it really is more just like a long
Yeah.
gun, you know?
Yeah.
Alright, so I added these guys. Just give me 1 second. Everybody start thinking about what you're going to do here once we get initiative order up.
Doesn't look like they noticed.
I'm going with a yes.
We haven't gotten to that point yet.
I'm gonna throw a fucking hand grenade.
Jesus, Tom.
Dude, I'm just gonna throw it right straight there. How bad can I mess that up?
I'm not totally opposed to that, honestly.
No, I think that's... Come on, man. Open up with the guns. But
Why
do as
not
you will.
both?
Do as you will. Do as you will.
Why not both? If we can hit him in the leg, he'll go down right on top of that grenade, and then boom, he's gone. No essential souls for them then.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
I mean, I can't hit him up with the morphine, right? I can't do. I'm out with the doctor thing. So.
Well, looks like... Yeah, looks like...
Go grab the air rifle.
All right, guys. Here's
Maybe
what's
we'll
going to
make it
happen.
we
So the
can't
question is,
pass.
are they aware?
Yeah. So in this first round, well, you're going to find out. In this first round, okay, readied firearms are going to be able to act
Alright.
immediately. So Jacob, you're reaching for your bar, so you're not quite ready yet. That's
I've
basically
had
going to be
my
your
I've had
turn.
my rifle in my hands, ready for the moment that this goes wrong.
So we start at dexterity 17 with Sparky. Sparky have a gun?
He does have a pistol.
All right, you can take a shot.
Well, so when I'm looking at this, I mean, do I even see the mist? Would I even be aware something's going on? These guys are starting to react, apparently.
Yes.
They would know it came from the other direction. So if you just walked up from that way, would they even think you were? I mean, how many people are on the street? Would he
Okay,
be
well,
able
here,
to
I
walk
should
through like
describe
a
it
normal
to you.
person?
Here's what you see. Stanford stops, and the other guys behind him almost kind of bump into him, and he turns to face west down the street.
Okay.
It
well,
looks
then,
like the shot went off and it missed.
Yo, I'm not on the initiative track.
I think you're at the bottom.
Am I? Yeah, I'm not on the initiative track.
Oh, I know. Yeah, you're right. You're
Yeah,
not.
you are. You're at 10. I'm
Ah,
set at 10.
all right. Well, Sean, I'm
I think I know what it is. I'm sorry. Hold on. Go ahead, Kyle.
I'm just gonna shoot out of the car window at good old boy Carl
Okay.
with my pistol.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your handgun skill.
That's a miss.
Guys.
Who else has a gun?
Me.
among you?
Elephant gun on the way.
Alex, I have you at 10 on the initiative thing. I'm
I
not sure
don't
why you
see
can't see
myself.
it. Does nobody see Ambassador Dollar?
I only see an extra ghoul.
Let me take him out and put him back in again then.
I only see an extra ghoul at 0.
Yes, I see that too.
An extra ghoul at 0. Oh.
Below Van Helsing is a.
Well, I mean,
oh, I see.
pale-faced, partially
right.
dead
My
man.
bad. My bad. Yeah. All right. Now can you see him, Dalaran? What's it, 10?
Me and manually change that to 10.
Tom, what weapons do you have on you?
Shotgun
Shotgun? Yeah, okay.
and a pistol.
What's your shotgun skill?
That's pretty good. Hold on.
Ambassador Dollar and Van Helsing, you guys are, if you're going to take shots with your firearms, you can do it.
Alright, elephant gun.
Elephant.
Ba-boom!
Ba-boo!
Oh, shit. Well, let's see. Ooh, that's about 100 feet. Let's take a look here.
460 Weatherby Magnum. Both
Base range
barrels.
for an elephant gun happens to be 100 feet.
Boom!
Holy crap. All right. 1 barrel or 2?
2, of course.
Target.
Carl
Ba-bang!
Stanford.
Ba-bang!
I can get all of them.
Oh, can I hit all of them?
Well, I mean, just give me your target. Who are you shooting at? Stanford?
Carl Stanford.
Okay.
Okay.
Giant.
Come on. Are you kidding me? What is it with me in 60s?
That
I have a
means
50, so I miss.
both shots miss. Boom, boom! That
my
gets
God.
their attention. And Van Helsing, you're right across the street.
Behind. This is a brick building, correct?
Yes, it's brick.
All right, I'll be right
You're
back.
like-
I'm getting
You're
real
like
dice.
40
These
feet
dice
away
are
from Stanford.
rigged.
I can I peek her and toss my grenade?
Yes, you may throw your grenade.
That's what I do.
Roll throw, Tom.
Dude, shotgun, man.
Uh-oh.
Come on,
Need
dude.
to turn some music up a little bit now. Come on, Tom. Roll throw.
Yay!
What is it?
30. You got
30.
a 30, man.
Sweet. What do I need?
A 30, I don't know.
Where's my character sheet? He disappeared.
Shift double click on your token. Throw for Dr. Van Helsing. That's a base of 25. Roll a d6.
Not a bad miss, though.
It's not a bad miss.
All right. So your grenade, you kind of lob it over the side of the building like this a little bit. It hits the annex and lands right here.
Oh, wow.
Take that. Hell yeah, bitch. Suck on that, Carl.
All right, so now we're back to Sparky. So now you can see the order. It's going to go Sparky, Stanford, guy number 2, Jacob, etc.
All right, I'll take another shot.
Okay, it's Stanford.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Oops. It's another miss.
Damn it.
Okay. Here's what happens, fellas.
Dad, you trust me enough to roll real dice, right?
No, I don't. It's a big no-no in online gaming, even among friends, trust me.
I guess I'll just have to get a webcam so I can focus it on my dice.
Just don't blame the game. All right, so here's what happens. Stanford, as I said, his attention is focused on this pickup truck right over here. He's looking right at it. You see, he has his cane. Pulls a sword out of his cane like this. And you see him say something. He says something to these guys. And then Stanford vanishes.
Damn it.
Does the grenade go off?
At the beginning of next round, it'll go off. Or actually, it'll go off on Van Helsing's initiative next round.
Okay.
This will be a message to us. We need to get Ibn Ghazi dust in the future. It reveals invisible people.
This guy pulls out a 45. Begins moving towards Marshall. Let me look and see. Should be about 30 feet. Yeah, about 30 feet. And he's popping off a 45 round at you, Marshall. Oh. You've got some cover, don't you?
Yeah, I've got my flak jacket on.
Well, and you're in a car.
You're in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
car, yeah.
Yeah, I'm staying in the car.
No damage. Jacob, you're up. Let her rip.
Yep, I do. 20 rounds downstream, man.
Within that arc of fire, you could probably get all 3 of those guys if you can hit. The thing is, now I read up on the rules again because I know it's a little complicated, so we did a little bit wrong last time. We failed to roll a die to see how many bullets hit in your last time you did this. We did it but not the second time. So if you have multiple targets, you have to roll to hit for each one. So that's the first thing you're going to do. Pick which targets you want to shoot at, and you have to roll a separate to hit die to hit them for each target.
So there are 3 of these guards.
There
Is
are
that
3, yes.
Okay.
All within optimal range of the rifle.
And how about where Stanford was standing? Can I spray bullets into that area?
Yeah, that's
I mean,
right.
he just disappeared, right?
Yes, he did.
Well, dude, I'm gonna.
Second he was there, the second he was gone.
Yeah, I agree.
He's probably still there.
Yeah. So I unleashed a torrent of bullets on this guy and on Stanford where he was. Those 2.
All right, roll it to hit for the first one. Oh, and how many bullets in your fire? Because you get plus 5% to hit for each bullet.
10 and 10. So that was a hit on the first one.
All right, and on the other one?
That's a hit on the second one.
All right, so now roll a d10 for the first one, see how many bullets hit him. Actually, though, has he gone yet? Number 1. No, he hasn't. You know what? He's going to attempt to dodge. See if he can dodge this.
Okay.
Ooh. I guess he really has no choice. I would dodge if I were him. No. So roll a d10 and see how many slugs he takes.
Nice, Jacob. Oh, 10!
That's 10d10 plus 20. No.
Ba-blam, ba-blam, ba-blam!
No, the 30-6 is different. It's, holy crap, dude. This is...
He's gonna evaporate.
Let's just roll it for fun.
Ground beef.
We need to remember this shit. It's 2d6 plus 4 for each bullet, so that's 20 d6 plus 40. Is that right?
Oh, God.
All right, do 70 damage to the first guy.
Plus 40, right? Or is that was
Yeah,
that the
he didn't-
plus 40?
yeah, he didn't add that into his die roll. Yeah, you do 110 points of damage to that guy. He's dead. Next,
Nice, man.
a d10 to see how many bullets hit the other guy.
Oh, just a D10. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you rolled 2 8s. Just make it 8.
Yeah. I like the 8.
6.
So that's 16d6.
Now is this at Stanford, where he was, or are you doing some other guy?
No, Stanford, where he was.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
16d6 plus 32. That's 86 points to him. You know what? I should roll dodge for him too. Because if I were him, I would dodge. Nope. Alright, Jacob's next victim. Alright, you mow those guys down. And you light up the sunny morning here on the streets of New York with your fucking bar. There's a fucking firefight going on now.
Do we see anything fall or anything
I-
bleed where the invisible guy was?
No.
Damn, if he teleported.
Hal, Dollarin.
All right, here's what I'm doing. I'm dashing down this way.
Okay, you can move about 30 feet.
Okay. I'm gonna try and take cover by the corner of this building, keeping an eye on this door, readying my rifle. If I see the door open, I'd like to fire.
Okay.
Something possible.
You're opening the door down here.
I'm not opening it. I'm hiding out
At
by
the
this
door.
corner, and then if I see the door open, I'd like to fire.
Okay, you're guarding the door.
Yeah.
All right, Van Helsing.
Boom!
You got this one guy. He's approaching a Marshall with his 45 out.
Does my hand grenade go off?
You hear Jacob's fucking machine gun rattling away down there at the end of the street. You can. We'll say Jacob's got some tracer rounds too. You see the fucking tracers going. Why not?
Yeah, the grenade go off. Boom!
Does the grenade go off?
Oh yeah, it does. It's your turn, doesn't it?
Flurry of fire.
Whoa.
And I'll shoot my shotgun just for the hell of it at this guy.
10 yards. He's gonna take 2d6 from that.
Hopefully Stanford man is somewhere in the range of some of these.
That's what I'm hoping too.
The guy only takes 3 from the grenade.
Oh shit, that sucked.
It lights up those dead bodies pretty good though.
Yeah, I mean, is he going to take, like, bone shrapnel from all that going on? Those guys are basically evaporating.
Yeah, you're just out of range of that grenade and you're protected by the building, so... Alright, it's your action though, Tom.
Reel around the corner and let loose both barrels, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna unloose on this guy. 2 barrels on that guy.
Right, so the
Still hanging behind the corner.
Yeah, ideally with that 10 gauge, you want to be within 30 feet.
Oh, wait, yeah.
Oops. So we're looking at about... Move in on him a little bit, and then, unless you want to fire at medium range, which will do a little bit less damage, but...
I'll stick with medium range and keep cover behind the building.
Or wait, though. You have a sawed-off, don't you?
Yes.
Okay, sawed-offs are different. They're really bad at range. Actually, maximum range for a sawed-off is 10 yards. So you
Run up and blast him, Tom.
got to be within 30 feet of him, dude.
Run up and blast him, dude. If he gets into melee,
I'll shoot my pistol. I'll shoot my pistol at him.
Do that, yeah.
I'll shoot my pistol.
The doctor's making house calls today.
Right.
Give me a handgun test.
Where did my... I'm just gonna roll. You see my character sheet? Let me know if I hit. Oh yeah, baby.
Yes,
19.
19.
Kaboom!
That'll do it. What kind of gun you got there?
I
I think it's a 38.
think it's a 38 too.
It's just a D10, I believe.
All right. It's okay. Fuck. 1 point.
As luck would have it.
Yep. Just like my grenade.
Any movement, Tom? You can position yourself in 30 feet if you want to get on the move, or you're just going to stay put behind the cover.
I want to stay put for now. Yeah.
All right, we're back to the top of the round with Sparky.
Can I hop out of the car and bash this guy with my...
Absolutely.
That's what I do. I run out and smash him with my wicked, awful...
Okay, hold on, though. Now we got to go back to the rules again, because I keep forgetting this shit. He has a gun out on you.
Yep.
So he will get to shoot his gun before you're able to engage him in melee.
Stick with the gunfire, man.
I mean, technically, right now at the top of the round, we should be anybody who has a readied firearm should be able to go before anybody else, which means all of you.
Well,
really.
I guess I'll just take another shot because who knows, I might get hit in the crossfire. But I think about it for a minute. I really want to get out and smash his brains out because that's what I'm good at. But
Sure.
shoot,
Well, you could, move out towards him and shoot.
You could drive into him.
well, I'm not driving the car. Yeah, I'll move out and shoot at him.
All right, go ahead and give me a handgun check.
I don't know. I need to move my token though.
Dude, stay in cover, man. Stay in the car and shoot, dude.
Mm.
No.
He shoots back.
Isn't he worried about all this stuff going on over here?
He has this blank look on his face, dude. Expressionless and cold. Oh. Do it. No damage. The cover protects you. Jacob, you have an empty Browning automatic rifle that's smoking now. What are you doing?
So, the dog next to me
Fritz
is
starts barking.
awesome. I am watching for the dog's reaction, though, man. Especially since this guy went invisible, right?
Yeah,
I'm telling him to protect. I'm telling him to protect me. Protect.
All right,
And I'm
down right next to you.
And I'm slapping another fucking clip
dude,
into the
send him to me.
Browning.
I can go hunting this guy right now.
People are throwing grenades.
All right, Jacob's reloading.
People.
People are throwing grenades.
What are you trying to say, Lee?
I slapped the clip in there, and the magazine ratchet
And
around.
lastly, Van Helsing has a gun out. You can take another shot, and that'll be Ambassador Dalaran.
Oh, I can take another shot?
Yeah, it's actually no. It'll be after Dalaran.
Okay,
It'll be at half your
got it.
deck. Yeah, you'll get a second shot at 5.
So, looking out, do I see anything back here?
Nope.
The door isn't opening. I don't see any like footsteps. I don't see anybody stumbling.
Nope. Not yet.
No foot. Okay. Looking up at the window, like, does this annex have windows?
Yes.
Looking up, is there anything going on up there?
Not that you can see. All the
Okay.
windows are curtained. The windows into this area of the building where you are looks like it goes into the kitchen. Alex.
Okay.
Run around the backside and shoot from like back here.
Yeah. All right.
You know what I'm saying? This corner here.
Yeah. All right. I'll go. Well, that's much more than 30 feet.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I could always come back up here, and then this guy's just a little bit out of range. I don't know, man. I think I should stay back here because the only place that he would go is into the annex, right? Or back to the meeting hall. If you can only move 30 feet, that means that puts him somewhere in this range. Assuming he didn't just run off this way.
Quickly, what are you doing, Ambassador Dalaran?
Same thing, I guess. I'm gonna, I guess, yeah, I don't want to go further down because that'll put me further away from the truck, so I'll just stay put, listening, watching for...
Give me a listen roll.
Okay. Oh my god, I made it!
Nice.
Discharge both barrels into the rustling grass.
That's
You hear voices. You hear voices through. There's a window over here on the other side of the kitchen door that's cracked open, and you hear voices coming from inside.
Grenade, dynamite.
Sounds excitable. 2 or 3 men, maybe.
Do any of them sound like Carl Stanford, who I heard in the meeting room?
No. All right, so now, Tom, you get your second shot. One of the advantages to having a
if that's
smaller
the case,
caliber.
after I hear them, then I'm gonna go back to the truck.
All right, we'll move to the other corner of the building then.
It's time we get moving.
So yeah, one of the advantages of having a smaller caliber revolver is you can get off 2 shots per round.
Remember, we're going to be taking the cars out of here.
Okay.
Shot off.
Okay. Cool. So I roll twice then?
Well, you already took your first shot at the top of the round. Now we got to the end of initiative, and now anybody who gets second shots with their guns will go, and you get one. You get a second shot. So
A smaller caliber would be, what, a 45 would be too large, huh?
yeah, 45s only fire 1 per round.
So 38.
36?
You can always fire more, but it's harder to hit. I believe that's a hit.
That should be a hit, man.
Is your handgun?
Yep.
All right, that's a D10 on this guy.
Nice. Get him,
Help
boy!
get some action. Pow, pow, Cowboys.
Yes! Hey.
Oh!
Smoked him.
But that makes up more than enough for those first 2 rolls.
He kind of stumbles, and drops his gun, and he falls down to his knees, and he tries to stand up, and then he just falls down into a bloody heap.
And I run out yelling, "I'm a doctor! I'm a doctor! Are you hurt?"
Okay. All right. So I'm a doctor. I'm a doctor. A shotgun in one hand and a fucking pistol in the other. I'm a doctor. No, he runs out with his medical bag. I'm a doctor. See?
We should
All right,
search
gentlemen.
these dudes.
Yeah.
We should bail,
Well,
man.
Yeah, there's gonna be people coming out of this building excited.
Yeah, dude. The getaway car drivers know to drive
Right. Okay,
as fast
so
as they can
Bugsy-
up to the truck. Let's all jump in and get the fuck out of here.
All right, so it's...
Yeah. So I'll get out of the I'll get out of the truck with the bar and the dog and jump in the front car.
Okay.
Pick up the ambassador. Let's get the fuck out of here, man. Go.
Okay.
Load up and let's bail.
I'm gonna throw one more stick of dynamite as we leave.
Out the window.
Exactly.
He's
As
like,
we're
wait,
driving
wait,
away.
All right, awesome. All right, well, nice try, fellas.
There's always next
Nobody-
time.
Nobody took any bullets, I don't think.
No.
Yeah,
No.
He teleported, dude. He didn't disappear.
Sparky was under fire.
Yeah. Mess up his pretty face.
Yeah, you check your flak vest, Sparky, and yeah, it looks like you took a bullet. That fucking thing protected you, man.
Nice.
All right, so I guess we'll end it here for this week since it's after midnight.
The witching hour.
I'll leave the map up for the next attempt.
That felt good.
It'll be another. And you guys got off pretty easy. You know what? Actually,
Dude, we shredded, man.
I'll let you guys get away with that for now. I don't want to interject something that could take another 20 minutes.
Oh, God. They have a 50
say you
caliber
guys-
Browning rifle in the top story.
Yeah. Because of the elite skills of your gangster drivers, your mobster drivers.
Were they impressed? Were they impressed with the hit? Come on, they have to love it.
Yeah,
Those guys
they're
have
like,
to love that shit.
oh yeah, you get down to the end of that street, you know, and you got Bugsy driving for you, Jacob, and he's like, look, he's looking, he's got this big smile on his face, he's looking in the rearview mirror, he's like, woo! He's like, woo! He pulls down this alley, you know,
Hell yeah, man.
he fucking busts down this fence, like going through somebody's yard, over to the next street over, and he's like, yeah.
That's awesome, dude. We have to keep these guys around.
Yeah, and Bobby's car's like following you over these fucking curves. Yeah. You guys are long gone before the police get there. Oh. but now-
Money well spent.
yeah,
Money
but
well
now,
spent.
now Stanford knows that somebody's out to get him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jeez, in his
Now we're
400
gonna be
years of
now
being
we're
an
gonna be wanted
asshole, I
in New York.
wonder who it could be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's easy for Carl to just snap his fingers and say, "Hey, Crown and Shield, this guy. He's in
Yeah,
New
if we don't
York.
get to him-
Go find him."
If we don't get him on the first shot, that's it. He disappears, dude.
You're pretty sure that he probably didn't see anybody. Like, he probably didn't see Jacob because he was kind of up in the truck, you know?
Yeah, man. I wasn't.
He was tarped up.
Dude,
Yeah.
I don't even know if he really. I mean, did he see anybody? I mean, the grenades going off and automatic fire and
He
crazy
didn't look. He
shit.
didn't look at me though. The one weird dude would have seen me, but
Yeah.
He's dead.
They're dead.
All
yeah.
3 ghouls are down.
Yeah, you're pretty confident that nobody was seen, so that's a good thing, too.
Yeah.
It didn't turn into some kind of clusterfuck, you know?
always good, you know.
Or some innocent passerby was standing there that could have...
My baby.
Yeah. The lone lady with the stroller with 2
Yep.
babies in it.
I'm surprised Sean didn't throw that in.
Let's take a nice drive by the annex, baby. Okay.
I wanted you guys to be successful. It's just... It's kind of hard. I mean, you're dealing with a 300-year-old warlock here. I mean, it's
Next
not
time,
that
let's try
easy,
the
is
other
it?
side of the street. Let's go try and kill him at the meeting hall.
We'll just we'll try to poison his coffee.
Mhm.
No, we'll just
No,
pull the same
that was
thing by the
that was
street.
totally a successful. That's a totally successful mission. Not just because no one walked away dead or insane,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
and we did whittle away on the enemy.
That's
and
kind of what I'm saying. Nobody got hurt. Nobody was seen.
yeah,
That's a success.
absolutely. Yeah, good job. That was good gaming.
Yeah.
Very good.
Of such great powers of
All right,
beings
until
that
next
may
week,
be
gentlemen.
conceivably
Yeah.
All right.
survival.
Well,
Thanks,
thank you,
everybody.
gentlemen.
Survival
That was
All
cool.
See you
That was
guys.
great fun.
When
Next week.
consciousness was manifested.
See y'all later.
Things are gonna get ugly.